Hey, welcome to today's All Signs reading. We're taking a look at the new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, now this new moon in Sagittarius is actually going to be a positive effect on everyone. As we look at the sign of Sagittarius, Sagittarius is actually usually a very bright, optimistic energy that Sagittarius brings in. And this is a time where we're going to be looking at things very positively and looking forward to new experiences. For many, there's the energy of adventure, right? Seeking new experiences, looking forward positively, having faith and optimism towards things that are coming. And so I feel like this new moon in Sagittarius is going to have a really good effect, right, on all of the signs. We're going to take a look today, and it's going to be very adventurous, it feels like. And we may even be feeling like we're more in control of things, almost like the world is our playground type of energy, and really believing in ourselves, like as we move forward, the things that we're wanting to do, and going after it, right? Going after it. And so not spending a lot of time considering, just doing, acting accordingly. And so this is really a time with the energies that are coming through with this new moon in Sagittarius to not second guess yourself, just go for it. Take a chance on yourself, right? And so we're going to take a look and see how that's coming in for each sign, okay? Starting on December 1st, 2024, this is the new moon in Sagittarius, right? And it occurs at around 9 degrees. Yeah, Sagittarius. And so this is really being encouraged in the planet of Jupiter. And so it's about expansion, feeling really good, having a good attitude, despite anything that's happening right now around us or in the world. This is kind of like predictive of the next 6 months, okay? And so it's all about positivity and this conscious choice to just see everything optimistically, okay? This is an opportunity. Now, Jupiter is in retrograde in Gemini. I think there's going to be things that are happening that will come in to attempt to cause us to look at the opposite view. But I think the influence of this positive, optimistic energy coming in with this new moon is us reminding ourselves to really focus and be intentional, to keep our minds on the right things as options and opportunities come in for us. And so let's take a look. We're going to go ahead and go chronologically through the signs, starting with Aries. Okay. And I'm feeling very joyous today, like full of creative energy. So you guys have to kind of deal with my undertones of singing today. I hope that's okay. But we're going to start with Aries. Welcome to everyone. And so Blood Moon Oracle is my channel. Welcome, like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not. Click the bell if you have yet to subscribe. We're going to go ahead and start off with Aries. You give good love to me. Okay, Aries. Hopefully I'll remember to write down the timestamps. So for Aries spirit, what is the energy coming in during this new moon in Sagittarius for Aries? Let's take a look. I feel like for you, Aries, this is really going to be about experience right now, not being so focused on the goal or the destination, Aries, but this is really about enjoying the journey. It's about enjoying the journey and taking a moment to stop and take note of what's happening along the way. This new moon in Sagittarius is actually going to be bringing in new opportunities for you. And this is actually focusing in on the ninth house. The ninth house is talking about adventure, new experiences. I feel like for you, there's going to be opportunities to delve into new areas that you've yet to experience. You're going to have that opportunity, that option to do that if that's what you'd like to do, possibly stepping into new territory that you've not stepped into before. But it depends on what you want, right? The opportunity is going to be there. Your souls could be calling you back to go to school, Aries. For some of you, you're going to be ending up in a teaching position, a role of teaching. But I feel like the forces could be leading you to new spaces as well, like new cities, possibly new countries. And so let's take a look. All right, let's see for Aries. This may be a time to get grounded, Aries. The first card that came out was the warrior pose, which talks about empowerment. It's actually a solar plexus color, the color of yellow, connecting us with the sun. Lots of sun energies has been coming out, but it really talks about being grounded. This connects us back to our root chakra of being grounded. I feel like that's important, especially as you're delving into new areas, new opportunities, new ventures, things that you haven't experienced before. There's a need to really be grounded. And give yourself the freedom to actually roam, is what I'm hearing. And so this is solar plexus energy, which talks about how we actually are empowered to show up in the world. And so, yeah, this is about adventure, but at the same time being grounded, right? At the same time, I also have the energy of letting go. And so usually whenever there is an opportunity to venture into new areas, there's something that possibly needs to be released, or there's an opportunity to release something, or as we're stepping into new things, understanding that there's a need to release control if you are going to allow yourself to do this. Letting go. Not feeling like you have to be in control or things have to go a certain way, but it's being open to allow things to come in, right? These new opportunities, and leaving the controlling aspects of that to the creator that wants you to have these experiences. And I feel like Spirit is letting you know you're safe to experience this if you're wanting to. So there's an aspect of letting go of something. Direction. There could be some directions that'll be coming in to kind of guide you through this process. For some of you, this is about maintaining a routine, being led off of that routine. Maybe Spirit will guide you to go a different route on the way home, or maybe you'll be guided to do something different than you usually do at this time of year. But this has something to do with routine, a pattern, something that's normally the route that you go could be changing all of a sudden, or you could be being guided to go the same route, right? This is all about you listening to directions and being guided and trusting yourself too, that you are hearing correctly. All right, for Aries. So Aries, for you, that's what's coming out is the Strength, the Lovers, and the Hermit. So all major arcana. I feel like with these news, for some of you with these new opportunities, there's a bit of a hesitation. There's a bit of a hesitation. All right. So I feel like right now, the focus right now that would be helpful for you would be balance. We have the Strength, the Lovers, the Hermit, the Nine of Cups, and the Father of Wands. So we have Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius energy. And so this is a time during the new moon in Sagittarius where you will be challenged to trust yourself, trust the experience that you have under your belt to guide you as you're stepping into new opportunities. And also to understand that you have what it takes. When I look at strength, I feel like this is really a reminder of your strength, your stamina, your mastery, right? We're talking about the experiences in life that you've had that's led you to this very energy of the lion, right? Of the lion itself. You're strong. Like you can endure this. You can go through this. There's nothing to fear. I feel like is what Spirit is talking to you about, looking within and remembering like who you are. I feel like this is a time that's being called into balance right now and possibly to have a bit of compassion on yourself. And then focusing in on being very disciplined right now too. This is a time to really harness the power within and to have the courage. The Lovers is all about balance. I feel like this could really be talking about balance within yourself, the need to stay balanced. And recognize from within this desire, this joy, this deeper calling of joy that you have within. This is also like a promise or an offering of joy and of experience that you may have desired. It could be around romance. It doesn't have to be. But it could be something that you'll be endeavoring on with someone else, with your significant other, with a soulmate, a partner, this new experience that you're heading into. And this could be around travel. But it's almost this very beautiful connection that you have that you're going to experience this new energy with, right? That's what I feel like. For some of you, it's a solitary journey with the Hermit here. One where you're endeavoring to go within and dig deeper and explore within. And you'll definitely come out with something to offer those around you, like a bit of wisdom. This is a time of solitude or being pulled away from people, even a time of meditation too. So the Hermit is just that. It's somebody that is pulled away from society. And going into a bit of solitude and meditation and stillness so that they can bring back wisdom for the group or for, society as a whole. So there may be an endeavoring in this new experience here that will actually take you into a different direction, a journey, and possibly come out with a different level of wisdom needed for today's group of people. There's some drawing to meditation here connected to this new energy coming in for you. Now, this could also be a sabbatical. It could also be like some level of fasting and praying as well. But through this, there's going to be a fire lit within you that's going to be productive and very beneficial for those around you. I do see a bit of a challenge coming in with the Nine of Cups. You may be, as you're being called to this, you may have questions around whether or not you're equipped for this, whether or not you're truly selected to do this, or you're truly able to do this. Usually the Nine of Cups is a very blissful, harmonious card, but it's coming in as a challenge for you, Aries. So it says there's a little bit of dissonance here. I don't know if that's because you're not going to really feel the call to this new direction, or if you're going to be a little bit analytical about it. But the Nine of Cups is coming in as a challenge. And so that says that even for those of you that may have put in a request, a prayer request, a wish, it's almost like not really believing that it's going to come true. It's like being awaiting for something that hasn't happened yet. So it's like you've lost some level of faith that it will happen, or that it can even happen. But in fact, it can. Okay. So if that's going through your mind as you're being directed towards these new directions, understand that's just in your mind. That has no bearing in reality. The Spirit is saying clearly right here that this is going to happen. These new opportunities for experiences. But again, at the end of the day, it's all up to you whether or not you'll accept these new opportunities for a different experience in life. And so then we have the King of Wands. For many of you, you will. The King of Wands is very creative, going energy, doing energy. This is fire energy. And as I said, we are in the new moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is always up for a new challenge, a new adventure. Many times Sagittarius is being told to go sit down somewhere. You're doing too much. But that's just the nature of Sagittarius. They always want to learn something new, do something new, have new experiences. And that's where you find yourself, in this energy of just going with the flow, and also actually doing it very beautifully. The King of Wands is very charismatic, very creative, very mysterious in many ways, but very charismatic. They have a very attractive energy of pulling people to them naturally. And so this is actually being able to actually go with the flow, being open and enjoying it too, being grounded and stable. And if there's anything that actually comes up as a conflict, they handle it with maturity, with grace, and with style. And so I feel like good things are headed towards you. New experiences is coming towards you, Aries. And for those of you that are open for it, it ends very nicely. It ends very nicely. Fire energy. It ends with your element. For some of you, this is something that Spirit is actually allowing, because this will actually even the playing field in some type of way. There's something that may be owed to you. There was something that was done possibly in the past that left you kind of feeling like you've been skewed in some type of way, this is that coming into balance for you. It might be feeling like this is something that spirit is saying is owed to you after what you've endured. And so give yourself the ability to be open and experience it. You may like it. I don't know. Whatever that is, okay? Thank you, Aries, for stopping by. It has been a pleasure reading for you. And make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know how you resonated with the reading. I look forward to hearing about your comments and how it, how it turns out. Okay. Thank you. I will see you later. Next, we have Taurus at 2560. Taurus, how are you? I said 2560. That's actually 26. So I'll say 2559. How are you doing, Taurus? Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. We're taking a look at the new moon in Sagittarius energy, how it's going to be affecting each sign. And we are now going to see how it's going to actually show up for you, for the sign of Taurus. And so thank you for stopping by. It is a pleasure to read for you, my friends. Let's see. Okay. Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Welcome. Let's see. This new moon in Sagittarius, spirit, how is this showing up for Taurus? So I feel like this is like the energy of all or nothing. All or nothing. When this new moon comes in, it's going to feel like you're being guided to like take a leap of faith. And this may be around finances or relationships where you're compelled to take risks. Yeah. And this may feel very like you are hesitant to do it, especially as it pertains to your finances, because whatever this risk is could potentially cause you to actually lose out on some type of one-time opportunity. Yeah, with a relationship, it may be that you are feeling a little hesitant to be open and vulnerable with someone. Yeah, something about finances or connections. It just feels like you're a little bit skeptical that it may not turn out to be what it is that it looks like. I feel like this is love. Yeah. This is love. For some of you, it's finances too, though. And I definitely get it. I get it, Taurus. I know why you would be a little bit hesitant. And because, if you actually have something to lose, then you would be. We all are, when it comes to having built yourself back up or having dug yourself out of a hole. And now that you're in a good place, it's like, I'm never doing that again, And so I get it. I understand why you would be hesitant. But at the same time, consider what you have to gain if you're open to the opportunity of love or this financial opportunity, right? Consider what you could gain from that. And so this is like the energy of deciding to step out, because if you never do again, then you run the risk of never ever knowing And if you're okay with just never knowing, then that's okay. But this energy in the new moon in Sagittarius is the type of energy that says that I have to know. I got to know, right, what this could actually be. So I'm going to actually see what it is. Even if it doesn't turn out to be what you thought it was, at least now you know. And you have gained like some level of knowledge or wisdom from it. But what if it does? That's the question that's coming up for you. What if it does? And being that you have already learned many lessons, Taurus, you can trust yourself through this process, okay? Spirit is saying, just trust yourself. You'll be okay. So I have Krishna and Rudha coming out for you. And it's talking about a higher level of love. This is not just any love, Taurus. This is divine counterpart love. We're talking about Rudha, which is actually this very divine energy. She's actually the counterpart to the divine masculine, right? And she is known to be a deity that actually aligns with the divine masculine. Like it's almost like created for this purpose, right? And then we have Krishna, which is the masculine counterpart, who is coming in. He's some type of creative, like a musician or something. But he is held in very high esteem. He's held in high esteem. He has a very high level of integrous energy as it comes to love. And so this is the type of energy. This is not just any old kind of energy. And so consider that, Taurus. Okay, this is not page energy. This is divine feminine, divine masculine energy that you're dealing with, that's being revealed with this new moon. Okay, and so you're being asked to actually do some heart work, possibly be open in your heart energy to the love that the divine is presenting to you right now. Of course, let's not go in blindly, right? We want to use our intuition and be guided and led. If it doesn't feel right, by all means, it's not right. But if it feels right, listen, trust your intuition, okay? That's what was meant when Spirit was just saying about knowing. You'll never know if you don't try, if you don't risk, finding out. And so you have your intuition to guide you. And so trust that. Trust that. And then lastly, luck came out for you. This new moon in Sagittarius is all about Jupiterian energy as well, which is the energy of expansion in abundance. And so we're in that energy. And so if there is any season to take financial risks or the risks in love, this is the energy to do it. Now, part of that is you aligning yourself with that energy too, and doing the heart work. Like you have to be open to it, okay? And you have to align yourself with the energy, okay? This is the new moon in Sagittarius. Very lucky energy. Perfect time to step out and take risks and try things. And you have your intuition to guide you. So Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to trust yourself. Then look at it that way. It's not trusting someone else, but it's actually trusting yourself to know. Okay? All right. I keep hearing, but what if it does turn out to be for you or everything that you thought it would be? What if it does, Taurus? The new moon in Sagittarius for Taurus. Look. The Ace of Cups. This is about new love coming in, new experiences that's going to allow you to hop out of bed every morning. The Five of Pentacles. This is about changing your mindset. right? Changing your mindset about how you look at things. And then the Knight of Cups. You are being invited. Spirit is actually urging you to go there, to try this, to allow your heart to be open to this. Oh, baby, I like this. So we have the Ace of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Son of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Okay, so we have Cancer, Capricorn, Sagittarius, or no, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, Libra energy, and Aquarius energy for you, Taurus. So it almost feels like having some level of transformation in how you think about these things. This is a transforming moment for you as these new energies are being open to you. It's a risk, but at the same time, it's transforming you, right? There may have been things that you dealt with in the past that caused you to shut down that energy of trust. And Spirit is wanting you to open back up and believe again. Just because that happened or they acted that way doesn't mean that everybody has that same, mentality, or everybody's going to do that same thing. No, that's not true. And so you're being guided to go forward and open up and try this and allow yourself. This is about you more than it is about the money, more than it is about the love, the other person. This is more about you, what you deserve. You deserve healing from the past. You deserve success and victory, right? Yeah. And so these choices, these opportunities coming in for you is actually an opportunity for you to reassert yourself as it pertains to all of this. The Mother of Swords is very equipped, right? Very prepared, very sharp, very critical, sometimes a little bit too critical, right? And so you may, in fact, look at everything too closely and you may nitpick, Taurus. And that may be the thing that causes you to not be able to take chances or allow yourself to go there, be open, because you're looking at every little detail. You nitpick, right? And you could suffer from OCD. You may like things a certain way in a certain order. It's that kind of energy that we're dealing with here. That can be good in the right circumstance, but when it comes to taking a risk, sometimes we have to trust ourselves more than what we're seeing. Trust what we're feeling instead of what we're seeing, right? This where we're going here is going to be led through your intuition, you being guided by the inner knowledge, okay? And it holds healing at the end of all of this. This is about your healing from the past, from disappointments. It's about you being successful and getting the victory and being freed from things of the past. This is about you. This new moon in Sagittarius is opening up new experiences for you. That's going to rewrite history, right? It's going to scratch out things that try to steal your future. And so it feels very beautiful. Definitely a time where you're going to be led to trust yourself and your inner guidance, connecting with your heart. This is going to cause you to have to open your heart, Taurus, if you want to take this opportunity and experience. Yeah. It's a risk, but it's a good risk. What if is the question. What if it actually turns out to be everything that you hoped it would be? And what if you didn't decide to actually take the chance? You'll never know. So what if, Taurus? What if? allow yourself the ability to know, okay? This new moon in Sagittarius is beautiful. Sagittarius looks at the optimism in everything. Sagittarius can be a little bit of a, what do they call it? They call it toxic positivity. Sagittarius can be a little bit positively toxic, but that's okay. That's okay, because that's where that luck streak comes from with Sagittarius. That's showing up for you, Taurus. It's all in the perspective and the expectation. Do you know that your expectation can actually change the circumstances of things? That speaks of the power of intention, okay? Taurus, like, share, comment. Thank you for stopping by. All right, moving on to Gemini at 41. Gemini, how are you doing, Gemini? Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Gemini, let's take a look and see what's happening for you around this new moon in Sagittarius. Do for love, you tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world, only you. Gemini, how you doing, Gemini? Let's take a look. So this new moon in Sagittarius is coming in, bringing the energies of adventure and new experiences. For some reason, I feel like you're already there. You're already in this place where you're wanting to experience something different. It's almost like you have outworn experience. Like you're so tired of the same old. You're looking for something new. And Spirit is guiding you in that way too. My nose is itching. And so Spirit is saying, give it a chance. Whatever that new thing that's going to be presented to you, Gemini, Spirit is saying yes. Yes to new connections. Yes to new contracts, new partners, new commitments. Yeah. And they're going to materialize and pop up. Okay. And you are being guided to give it a chance. Now, this new moon in Sagittarius is going to actually manifest these new beginnings for you, Gemini. This is in your house of connections, your house of marriage, the 7th house. And this might actually bring up some fears around love. You might be very hesitant at first. This could be around business as well, opportunities professionally. Wisdom is coming out for you, but I feel like this is not a time to accept the mundane, Gemini. Because the energy that's coming in right now around Sagittarius also carries a bit of luck with it. So if things could go right in this type of energy, it will. And so you don't want to let these opportunities pass you by, because as I was just telling Taurus, like, what if it does happen to be like the best thing that has ever happened? You don't want to miss out on that. And even if it doesn't, right? What do you get out of it? Experience and wisdom and growth and new adventure, right? And so this is really a time to allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone. And I feel like for many of you, love is coming up. You're seeking love, or you're seeking new partnerships right now. And we're looking at over the next 6 months or so. And these doors are going to be open for these new partnerships and these new relationships. The door is going to be open, and you are going to need to allow yourself the freedom to explore. Okay? Allow yourself the freedom to explore and to step out on these opportunities. So don't hesitate to act, just flow with it. If it feels right, Allow yourself to look in a little bit deeper, okay? But also be guided by wisdom, right? I feel like for a lot of you, you have this expectation or this inner knowing that something better is coming, and you deserve it. Like, you deserve the relationship that you desire. You deserve the connection, the business connections that you desire. And the only way to find that is to be open. Okay. So this new moon in Sagittarius has a bit of optimism to it. Make sure you're looking at the cup half full, Gemini, not half empty. Okay. All right. So wisdom is very much a part of this process here. Wisdom. And that means using all of your senses. Using all of your senses. This is talking about balance and using wisdom to perceive and to understand the wisdom and information that you're looking for. So don't just receive one type of way, but be open to receive information and wisdom in every way possible, because it's coming to you from every direction. And so what that's saying is, don't reject this because you're not used to receiving information that way, but it's coming in that way as well. That may, in fact, be an important piece of the puzzle that you are looking to get direction through. And so use all of your senses, right? Eyes, ears, mouth, nose, feeling, but also your other senses too. Your sixth senses, for those of you that are intuitive, like use your what do they call the senses? Your intuition, use your spiritual hearing, right? Some of you may have like a spiritual way that these feelings arise in your gut when you know something is pulling you that way, right? Some of you may just know things. Some of you may have a spiritual seeing where you're able to see things, right? Use all of your senses. And those aren't just special to certain people. Those are things that we all have if you're willing to tap into them, right? It's only magic because we haven't experienced it yet and we're watching someone else do it. But once we tap into those gifts that we have and those abilities that we have, it no longer is magic. It becomes everyday things. And so you have the ability to tap into these things too, Gemini. I hear Spirit saying, but you have to use them. Spirit is telling you to use them, which means that there's a part of trusting yourself that needs to be developed or that needs to be considered here to trust yourself, right? There's so many times that I have doubted initially what I believed to be true. And I just kind of brushed it off only to come back around and find out if I would have just listened to my inner voice and my inner knowing and trusted my gut instinct, I wouldn't have had to waste that time. I could have been on to something else. And so it's that kind of energy with the owl wisdom. For some of you, you may have some connection to owls. That could be like a spirit guide that you have that is actually assisting and guiding you as well. You may need to seek owl, spiritual owl wisdom. So for some of you that are watching this, that this is resonating, look up the owl, the spiritual significance of the owl. Okay. I want you to, that's your follow-up from this video. That's your homework I'm giving you. Look up the spiritual significance of the owl. That's for you, Gemini. And with this here, there's some level of having to give up something to experience this with sacrifice here. Sacrifice is talking about surrendering to things that may be painful or that may have been painful. But really what that painful situation was God cutting away something that you didn't need. That was God removing illusions out of your reality. That was God removing obsession and addictions. And this may be something that's going to come, but it's a sacrifice that is being given on your behalf, right? In exchange for love. Okay. So you may have to give up something. And I know this is the part where like, I ain't giving up. I ain't doing all that, What if what you're giving up was very minute compared to what you're going to receive on the other side? Think of it that way. You may think you're living the life right now when you have no idea the type of life that's possible for you and the type of fulfillment that you are able to experience. Think of it that way, okay? And then lastly, we have night. For some of you, this could talk about having an experience of an extreme awakening that kind of resembles the dark night of the soul. That's a very painful awakening to the reality of self. For others, this could be the need to prepare for what's coming. Kind of like nighttime, you get ready for the next day. There's some preparing that's needed here. Or spirit could be preparing you for something. You could have been being prepared for something up to this point and now about to actually experience it. This new moon in Sagittarius is bringing in definite new energy. And it does feel like very fortunate energy. It's almost like the gods are on your side here. Some of you may have angels that are assisting you in this process. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is good energy. The Five of Pentacles. The Emperor. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And so we have Sagittarius, Piscean energy. We have Virgo energy. Capricorn energy. And then we have Taurus energy and Virgo energy. So lots of active, very energetic, energized, pursuit-driven energy. And so the Wheel of Fortune, it brings in that very lucky energy right now. It's that Sagittarian energy, that energy of luck and things just really turning in your favor right now. If there has been a season of luck, this may in fact be it, where the energies are really in your favor right now. You could have a lot of support in the spirit realm that's helping you at this time, Gemini. There even could be some things that have been or is being undone for you to prepare you. And the Nine of Pentacles is kind of like just really being in an energy of independence right now, not really needing anything or anyone, being very self-sufficient. Being perceived in that way too. But I do feel that there's possible some things that are being grieved or will be grieved I feel like with this sacrifice card, there could be some things that you'll be walking away from, or some people. And it may, in fact, be a little difficult. It may be a little difficult, or there could be still some grieving of people that have left your life. But for some reason, that's playing a part in this new energy that's coming in. This may be you wanting to do well for someone that you've lost. That's coming through here. The Emperor is coming in as a challenge. And so the Emperor is actually a very stable, grounded, foundational energy. It's a father-like energy. When you think of a father, you think of someone who builds this very safe place, who provides a covering, protection, who provides everything needed for things to run efficiently. It's high-level energy. But it's coming in as a challenge. So you may be challenged in your position in some type of way right now. There could be, I don't know, I'm hearing people depending on you that you're not really able to provide for, or maybe you just have chosen not to, or that could be a part of this Five of Pentacles, you moving away from people that depend on you. But the Emperor talks about being in a position of making difficult choices, because the choices that the Emperor makes are not selfish. They're choices that concern the whole, right? It's like a fatherly energy. There's like a heavy weight of responsibility on the Emperor. Now, on the other side of that, this could be someone who's very controlling, that wants control. And if you're someone that's used to having a lot of control, moving into this position of experiencing something new, maybe placing you in a place where you're going to have to release that. And that may be a little bit challenging for someone, not having the control. This may be something that is being revealed to you as we look at the eclipse. Right? The sun is revealing the moon. There's a blood moon here on this card. You could actually be someone who is actually going to go through, or is going through, has been going through a deep transformation. The blood moon brings in transformation and change and awakening to deep things within self. There's a radical change that's taking place with this blood moon. This could be something that you fought. But in the end, it's a good thing, because you have the Ten of Pentacles. And this is leaving a legacy of some kind. The things that you will do in this life, Gemini, will be written down in history. There's a legacy. There's something that you'll hand down, something very important. This is also being positioned very financially stable. So this is all good energy here. I feel like this is next level for you, because I feel like I'm talking to someone who has already accomplished some things. This is next level. As you know, we never stop growing. And as good as it can get, there's always more. There's always more to experience and more to learn. You could be someone who has everything except that one thing. But in order to get that one thing that's going to be worthy, or that's going to align, right? There's some things that you have to give. There's some changes that you have to make. There's some sacrifices. And this new moon in Sagittarius is actually perfectly positioning energy for you to be successful in making those changes. Spirit is saying, go for it. Okay. Now, when you go for it, there's going to be some challenges with that because it's going to cause you to have to give up some things, give up being right, give up control. But what it is that you desire when it's all said and done is absolutely possible. That's what this new moon is bringing in for you. Possibilities, open doors to go for it. Okay. That's for you, Gemini. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know how this resonated for you, if it indeed resonated. Okay. Gemini, it was a pleasure always to read for you. If you're looking for a personal reading, look down in my description box. You can go over to my calendar or you can send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Okay. 150, and we're starting with Cancer. Cancer, how are we doing, Cancer? Cancer, how are we doing today? Hi, Cancer. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Today, we're taking a look at the new moon in Sagittarius energy, bringing in all this good energy, all this optimism, all this adventure, these new experiences. Right? It can only be good, but let's see how that's actually going to come in for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for stopping by. I invite you to like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not. Cancer, let's see. The energies for this new moon in Sagittarius coming in for Cancer. I'm hearing change is imminent. I did a message, a daily encouraging message that was talking about the non-negotiable, moving forward. This is giving me that kind of vibe because I feel like Spirit is saying that, change is non-negotiable. It's imminent. It will be done. It has to be done for things to continue. Change has to be done. And this is the time where Spirit is inviting you to get out of your own way, right? This new energy coming in through the new moon in Sagittarius is challenging you to believe. It's challenging you to believe. And it's challenging you to deal with things like health and habits. This is the 6th house. This is about routine, work, health, habits, right? And I feel like I'm talking to someone who is very, I don't want to say stuck, that's a negative way to say it, but it's very grounded, right? Very grounded and stable in what it is that you know, right? You're definitely a creature of habit. And your routines are soothing to your, so it's like a cup of soup next to the fireplace. Your routines, they keep you safe, Now, this energy coming in with this new moon in Sagittarius is actually going to challenge that because it's going to challenge you to act, to do something, to think about something in a different way, right? This doesn't mean you have to go out and turn into a daredevil, Evel Knievel, and do something radical. No, but it's just asking or challenging you to actually have a change. It could be subtle changes, like eat something different, or do a sudden change in how you get your exercise in. And this may actually help you. Change is good, I'm hearing Spirit say. And so this new moon in Sagittarius is going to gradually help you implement step by step into changing and into stepping out of your comfort zone. And again, we're looking through the next 6 months or so. And so this is probably going to be little small increments of change that will ease you into more adventurous exciting things, routines, like without causing the emotional stress that it would cause with the change for you. And so this is the new moon in Sagittarius is going to kind of ease you into change. Okay. For you, I have the truth coming in, the goddess of vibration. The goddess of vibration. And this is throat chakra energy, honey. That's connected to the sacral chakra, right? She's speaking. There's actually energy coming from the breath. So, truth. This is encouraging you to allow all of your words and your actions to align with truth, to reflect your truth. Because they tell me. That's what this change is about. And then we have insight coming in as well. So with insight, I feel like, as I was saying, this change that this new moon in Sagittarius is bringing in for you, Cancer, will be ushered in incrementally, step by step. As you see, this bird has been working on getting whatever this is. This is like food or something that was floating at the bottom. But as you can see, he's dropping rocks in there. One by one, he's getting rocks and coming back and dropping them in. And as he dropped more and more, it's rising this up to the top. Well, if he does enough of them, eventually he'll be able to receive the benefit of his hard work or her hard work. And so this is almost like I was saying, this change bringing you towards this more invigorating and adventurous life, just because of your nature of being a creature of habit. However, Sagittarius is bringing in that adventurous energy, which could actually put you in a bit of trauma. You know, it's going to be ushered in slowly, very easy, right? And as that's being done, right, you may be receiving like ways to do that, insight on how that's being done. There's going to be like a method to this. And during that, there's going to be like a connection that's going to actually connect you deeper to your experience. And see the black cat, I could be talking to someone who realizes they've had many lifetimes. And there, through these experiences, there may be some connection or reflection to other lifetimes. And this could also be you having this deep craving, unconscious craving for more, right? The more we experience more lifetimes, the more we have a longing for deeper, sustaining, more fulfilling experiences and connections. And those connections and those experiences are more, this card is called deepening. So we're talking about soul experiences, soul level expressions, things that are not attached to physical things, right? These are spiritual, deep spiritual things that will be bringing this very beautiful experience. You know, it's almost like the peace that is unexplainable, the peace of God, right? And just knowing, being detached from physical things and just having this connection with deep spirituality, right? And so I could be speaking to someone who is very, very spiritual. very connected, and have longings that are not really quite like the average person. And so this new moon in Sagittarius is actually going to ease you into change, directing you towards more fulfillment, more peaceful connections. But it's not going to be radical. It's not going to be like this very quick, change. These changes are going to be ushered in very slowly, very carefully. This new moon in Sagittarius may be bringing in those energies of new adventures, but it's going to be a different type of expression than the normal person. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so we have the Fool here talking about new, new adventures, having possibly new experiences. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven, or the Justice. We have two eights. Eights could be significant for you. But the Fool brings in that energy of new experiences, right? I do feel like this new moon in Sagittarius is going to pivot you to, and possibly even challenge you to step out and experience new things. I feel like for who I'm talking to, there is this desire, but then there is the being comfortable too that blocks that. The experiencing new things. I feel like I'm talking to someone who is very grounded and stable and very comfortable just in their normal routine. What do I feel like? This could be about love. Just the time. So I have with the Eight of Pentacles, this is definitely slowly, as I look at this web that's being weaved, like this didn't just happen overnight. Like this is something that's carefully crafted by the spider, strand by strand, And so this talks about the care and the craft and the level of intention that you've put in, and that you, direct yourself with, right? You could be someone who's very methodical, very masterful, and moves and works, to achieve a level of mastery. It doesn't mind putting in the time. Like, this is something that is achieved over a long period of time, not just something that it's not microwave type of stuff, which leads to that energy of being a creature of habit, someone that moves very surely, slowly, but sure. And the Justice is also talking about the integrity that kind of is put into this too. Like you're someone who cares a lot about things being done in the right way and how it's affecting everybody, right? There's this energy of integrity here as well. And possibly making sure that things stay balanced. You could be someone who is positioned in some type of way to be like a mediator because of that energy that you carry, the trustworthy energy, right? But I feel like there is something that escapes you. There's something that you've wanted the victory over. The Six of Wands talks about victory and success, but it's coming in as a challenge. So there's something that has challenged you that you haven't quite been able to get the victory over. This may in fact pivot you towards that way to make any, shifts or changes that way may direct you in that direction. And it could have something to do with finally being able to heal some things. Finally being able to heal some things and remove some, wounds that have possibly stood in your way. The overall energy here for you, Cancer, is the Seven of Pentacles. And this is being in deep contemplation. This could be something that you've wanted to do for a long time, something that you've worked towards for a long time. This is a bit of a curiosity. And a bit of uncertainty towards that. This could have something to do with you wanting, the victory, a success in some area of life that you've been undecided about. And maybe you felt like you should be receiving more than what is showing up right now. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the things that you're waiting for are waiting for you. And if you're anticipating them showing up in a certain way, maybe they have shown up, just not in the way that you anticipated. Maybe they've shown up in a different way. But there's some level of contemplating and looking at something in expectation or wonder, or curiosity, like, what is this? Or when is this going to happen? This is about victory or success in some type of way. So this new moon in Sagittarius, Cancer, is pivoting you slowly but surely to step out to new adventures, to step out of your routine. I think that's going to be the thing that lands you in the place that you've been looking to be. Or possibly cause you to feel that sense of fulfillment that you've been looking to feel, but haven't really been able to adjust, right? And so this almost feels like just being open to change and continuing to be open as you move forward. I feel like Spirit is definitely going to offer opportunities to experience things that are going to possibly feel or give you a deeper sense of fulfillment spiritually. Because for whoever I'm talking to, I feel like there's this endeavor, this deep spiritual endeavor. And even though it's spiritual, we can still pursue fulfillment and adventure in that way, even though that sounds counteractive, right? When we talk about pursuing adventure, it doesn't necessarily align with spirituality, but there are ways that spirit can do that. And so I feel like those opportunities for subtle shifts are going to come towards you through this new moon, Cancer. And it's going to feel safe. It's not going to, be traumatic, if I can say that. Okay. That's what I have for you, Cancer. The goddess of vibration, truth, allowing your words and actions to reflect your truth. This is almost feels like allowing yourself to want and to desire, Yeah. And so that's what I have for you, Cancer. It's okay to make your requests known and to allow Spirit to give you the desires of your heart. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So Spirit is open to it as long as you are, okay? And Spirit knows you better than you know yourself. And so the changes, the options, and the opportunities that are coming, be open to them, okay? Be open to them. They're going to give you the peace that you've been longing for. Sometimes we don't even know like what would make us feel fulfilled and peaceful, but spirit knows. And so just be open, Cancer. You never know. Thank you, Cancer, for stopping by. It has been Blood Moon Oracle. It's been a pleasure reading for you. Please let me know how it resonates. Like, share, comment, subscribe as well. And I will see you next time, Cancer. Okay. Bye. Leo is next at 1:20:25. Leo. Hi, Leo. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. We're taking a look at this new moon in Sagittarius, bringing in adventure, opportunities, lots of luck too. But let's see how this is going to show up for you, Leo. Let's see. For Leo, how will this show up for Leo spirit, this new moon in Sagittarius? I was feeling like you and Sagittarius feel like this, connected in some type of way. But there's some level, I feel like Sagittarius is bringing some level of balance for you, or helping to balance you out in some type of way. There needs to be some level of balance right now. Moderation, like everything in moderation, right? And so the new moon in Sagittarius is all about joy, your expression for life, your fifth house. And this is, we're taking a look at the energy over the next 6 months. That will be this unlimited amount of excitement and pleasure that you'll be experiencing in life. And you're going to have lots of things to do, tapping into different activities and hobbies. And in the midst of all of that, Leo, there will be the need to temper, to balance, and to manage, right? To stay balanced, right? That's going to be the challenge here in the next few months. These things that you'll be doing will be dibbling and dabbling in different passions and projects. You'll be going out on different creative ventures. Like, you're going to be super busy. And love may be amazing during this time, because that passion, that sacral chakra energy is going to be very vibrant and brimming for you. And so your love life is going to actually benefit as a byproduct of you being in your passion. Okay. And that may in fact help you in reaching new levels as it pertains to your connections, and your sexual life may actually explode during this time too. Yeah. It's going to be an all-around experience for you, Leo. And so now the hook in all of this for you, Leo, is going to be giving yourself permission, right, to enjoy all of what's being offered, but in moderation. Okay. Not too much of this, not too much of that. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Not to become obsessed and over infatuated, not going overboard, right? Doing more and more and more and more of what feels good doesn't necessarily lead to happiness and gratification, right? But what's going to give you that sense of happiness and gratification is being grounded, being present is going to give that to you, okay? And so enjoy these moments as they come up and then release them. That's the key. That's the secret, Spirit is saying. It's just to really enjoy each moment as you get to experience it, and then let it go. This is a time to really allow yourself to fully engage in this period in this cycle that this new moon in Sagittarius is bringing in, and really allow yourself to enjoy it. Okay. That's what I'm seeing and hearing for you. So the bear is coming out for you. Interesting, because this is talking about protection. The bear has been coming out quite a bit here. And so in your exploration and your endeavoring, understand that you are protected. I don't know why I need to say that or why that's coming up. Whatever it is that you have been led to explore or delve into, Spirit wants you to know that you're protected. Okay. Heavily protected. Now, not to say that there won't be challenges that arise during this time, right? Because everything always has to be balanced, right? And so the challenges that arise, I have survival here. The challenges that arise, I feel like are going to be more about learning, and they're going to be like experienced lessons for you. It's almost like allowing yourself not to be overcome or overwhelmed with the problem, but being aware of how you respond during the problem. Those are the type of lessons that are going to be placed before you coming up here. This new moon in Sagittarius is going to bring you into an awareness of how you operate under pressure, and to become more aware. That's going to actually empower you to be more in control, especially with conflict or things that come up that cause a little bit of challenge. Inner child is coming out. This also may be guiding you into childhood healing through play, because this inner child card is inviting you to entertain your inner child too. This is not a moment to say, oh, I'm not doing that. This is not the time for that. But this may, in fact, be the energy to keep you balanced with the busyness. Allow time to actually allow your inner child to come out and play. And to be very compassionate with yourself as well. Listen to what your body and what your psyche, I'm hearing psyche. Listen to what is needed, what it's saying it needs. And so attune to your inner child here. This may be a time coming up in this new moon in Sagittarius that you'll have an opportunity to interact with your inner child and intentionally meet the needs. I feel like there's this awareness that's arising within you, Leo. That's interesting because over the past couple of months, I've been seeing this increase with Leo in the some type of intuitive energy with you. And so there's some awareness that's increasingly growing within Leo. But this new moon in Sagittarius is going to tap you into your inner child. And it's almost like you're going to be aware of what is needed, what they're asking for, and you're going to be able to give it. Okay. So Spirit is just saying, attune to your inner child. Don't be afraid to meet that need, whatever is being expressed or desired or asked of your inner child with this new moon. That may, in fact, be part of this very fulfilling energy that you're going into here. Just the sun. I love you here by me, baby. This is going to bring you even more into more connection with yourself when it's all said and done. After this little period of this new moon in Sagittarius, I feel like you are going to be more authentic than you have ever been. You're going to feel your authenticity like never before. But we have the Magician coming out for you. Nothing else can compare. The Two of Wands, the Daughter of Swords, feelings always new. The Two of Cups and the Strength card. And then we have the Nine of Wands coming in too for the overall reading. And so the Nine of Wands says that there is going to be possibly the illusion of challenges, but it's not going to be as difficult as it looks. Like if there's any challenges that pop up, it's not even going to be anything. Like all you have to do is just walk through it. You let my love run free. It's just an illusion. And so this month, it's important to demonstrate the power of mind over matter. Because the things that will attempt to pop up and stop you or distract you or cause a challenge or a block, it's just an illusion. And all you have to do is just sweep it out the way and keep going, is what I'm hearing. And so the energies that are coming out, I have Virgo and Gemini. I have Aries. I have I want to say Page of Swords. I want to say Aquarius, either Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And then I have Leo, you're coming out in your own reading. And then the Two of Cups with Cancer and the Nine of Wands with Sagittarius. And so the Magician, the Two of Swords, and the Daughter of Swords. I feel like this is going to be a very powerful time for you, Leo. Like you are going to be in your element, I'm telling you. And I feel like if anything attempts to get in your way, it better watch out because you're not playing this month. And the energy, the power that you're carrying is amazing, right? And if there is any idea that comes up, like you are going to be so much in your power, you're just going to be just doing things, like manifesting things crazy, creating things. Ideas are going to come to your mind. If anything, you'll have the challenge of deciding what to do. There's not going to be a lack of creativity. The passion is going to be off the hook. As I stated in the beginning, this is a very passionate, creative time for you. That you're going to be just very creative this month and just flowing in that energy. With the Magician here, feeling very self-empowered. I feel like this is going to be a time of action for you and a boundless expansion. Yeah. And you're going to be using them. It's not so much of whether or not you'll be doing it, you will. If there is any decisions to be made, it's which direction to go. You're going to have so many ways that you can do this. And you're going to do it with grace and style. You're going to make it look really easy. You're going to make it look real easy. Now, again, I feel like there's going to be these decisions to be made with this Two of Wands on what direction you want to go, because you're going to have so much that you could do. There's, that will be successful. It's just a matter of which way you want to go. Yeah. And so if there's any challenge, there may need to be a time to sit down just to find out what is going to serve your purpose in the highest level, in the highest way. What quality of experience you're looking to get out of this. That may be the challenge, is making the decision that's going to give you the level of fulfillment that you're looking for. And so there may need to be some self time just to think about what it is that you want to achieve and how you want to go about achieving those dreams. Which way seems most fulfilling for you? Yeah, you feel very unstoppable this month. And so the energy that is available for you is beautiful, powerful energy with this Two of Wands and the Magician. And then the Daughter of Swords is very insightful. This is the Page of Swords. You could actually be receiving downloads. I could be talking to someone who is connected and receiving information, receiving messages, having some level of insight and truth coming to you. You could display these qualities. Somebody who's very educated, very insightful, very honest, and very frank with how you carry yourself, how you express yourself. Someone who is very, what's the word? It's giving me Queen of Swords energy. Like you are very watchful. You see everything. You see things that people miss, right? Nothing gets by you. And so this is somebody who notices everything, very detailed. And you could actually be helping people in that way, like pointing out things that could be done a little bit better. If you're somebody who tends to nitpick, it may be helpful to not go for perfection, but look more along terms of experience more than perfection, because that may be one of the things that get us hooked up, looking for perfection, when it's not so much about that, but it's about the experience and the fulfillment, not the perfection of it, but the experience that we're gaining from it, if that makes sense. The Two of Cups, love is coming in as a challenge. I almost feel like this is because there may be the feeling of being distracted and not giving enough over to the energy of love. Because like I said in the beginning, the passion is going to be out, through the roof with love, but it's saying not to get stuck there. Spirit is saying not to get stuck there. Allow those moments to come, even though they're going to be like out of this world, but keep going, stay focused, right? And so romance could be a challenge only because I feel like you're going to be focused other places. Not that you won't give time to it, but your focus is going to be other places. And so this may be something to be a little bit sensitive and compassionate around that area and aware, okay? Because this is coming in as a challenge this month. Be open and honest, in that area as well. That's going to help out. Yeah, so that's coming in as a challenge. But in the outcome, we have the Strength card, which is the Leo. You ending up in such a very authentic place through this energy that's coming in for you. I love it. And this Leo is pointing to this time of success, and mastery of yourself, right? Mastery of your emotions in particular. And interestingly, he has a rose in his mouth, right? These are coming in as a challenge, but he has it in his mouth. There's some level of mastery around your emotions and being balanced there. I feel like you'll be in a very powerful position as it pertains to your connections, even love, and the need to be sensitive and stay balanced with that. And it's easy to think of the lion as roaring and devouring, but this is a much deeper energy. If we look at this, look at the eyes of the lion, right? It's much deeper than that. It's actually going within, and it's finding virtues like patience and compassion, right? Focus, self-control, things within self. It's being self-focused and mastering self. Those are the type of things that you may end up accomplishing, right? Through this energy here. This is the energy that you will harness and empower yourself with. Discipline, this is dealing with the muscle of the heart. And so when it's all said and done, I feel like that's what's going to cause you to really stand in your authenticity, is dealing with yourself on a deeper level. That inner child coming out and that method of survival, being aware of how you're processing through challenges or through things that come up for you during this time, is equipping you. Creating more awareness is equipping you to hone in on those strengths, right, within yourself, Leo. And so the outcome being the strength of Leo, I feel like it's talking more about you being more connected with yourself, Leo, because this is a card of the Leo. The sun represents the strength card as well. Those things that may have once been hidden and operated unconsciously, I feel like will no longer operate unconsciously. They'll no longer have a grip on your love life, right? On your connections. But you'll be aware of those things. Most of all, you'll be aware of yourself within those things. And it's not such a big deal when you're aware, because now you're able to just, as I said, swipe them out the way. Oh, that's nothing, right? I see that. We can deal with that. There's some level of deep change that's happening in this time for you. And it happens through your growing sense of awareness, okay? But in spite of all that, on top of all that, besides all that, you are on fire during this new moon in Sagittarius. So enjoy this energy that you're in during this time, Leo, okay? This is your time to shine, honey. And don't you hide it. Allow yourself to shine and enjoy every minute of it, okay? This is for you. And allow yourself to really feel the passion and the pleasure that's available for you in every way that comes up. The only thing Spirit is asking is that you temper it. Use moderation, okay? All right, Leo, thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure reading for you. And so make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know how it resonated, if it did. And we'll talk next time. Okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. Next, we have Virgo, 144.50. Virgo, how are you doing, my Virgo friends? Welcome to my channel, Blood Moon Oracle. It's because he was there. Let's take a look, Virgo. How are you doing today, my friends? Virgo. So we're taking a look at the new moon in Sagittarius, Virgo, and we're looking at how you'll be affected by this new moon. For the most part, it's bringing in lots of optimism. So this is the energy of choosing to see things positively, right? Making the choice to do that. Also being in this very adventurous energy as well. You may find yourself trying new things or stepping out of your comfort zone to have different experiences and adventures. But we're going to take a look and see how that flows in for you, Virgo. Thank you for stopping by. So, is there a place that you have that you call home that's not actually home? Like a home away from home? I feel like this is going to be a time to explore that energy in your fourth house of family, your sense of family, your sense of home. And I don't know if you've been looking for a place to call home or for a village, people that you can actually feel or be completely yourself with. It doesn't have to be blood, right? It could actually be chosen family that aligns more with who you are authentically. And I feel like there's this search right now for that, where home is, where family is, true home, true family. It's not always where you're born. Sometimes it's where you feel most comfortable. Okay. Sometimes it's where you feel most comfortable. And so whatever that means for you, I feel like this new moon in Sagittarius is bringing in the exploration around that for you. Someone's looking for a safe space. The crown chakra came out for you. The crown chakra is the seventh chakra. And it's about how we view ourselves in relation to our creator, the creative source, whatever that is for you, or how we see ourselves in relation to all of creation, the things around us. And so there's a lot of thought about where you fit in the world right now for some of you. This may be a time where spirit is waiting for you to actually make that connection with your creator. For those of you that's been looking, that may in fact be something that you find within yourself, is what I'm hearing. That may be something that has always been within. Well, let's see what else comes out for Virgo during the new moon in Sagittarius. Oh, it's got me hooked on you. There's something that's very upsetting to you. Something that's very upsetting. There's a level of anger and hostility I feel that lies within for some reason. or something that you're dealing with that brings up that kind of energy. I don't know if something could have happened that left you feeling I don't know, just like you could tear some stuff up. But let's take a look. Or maybe this is speaking to where you're from. And maybe you're looking for something different. But it feels very hostile. And maybe you're looking for something different, because individual came out as well, which points to, though being amongst a group or being in this particular space, you still have your own energy that you control, that you represent. The energy outside of you could be whatever it could be, but Spirit is saying that you're still your own soul, your own individual energy, your own individual being, your own person. And that though you may have been born or part of, you could still be a part of this place or this energy that has this very hostile energy about it. You may have been designated to go a different path or a different route. Your path may be leading you somewhere else. And so it just feels like being separated somehow from what you were born into. Like you have a different path to follow. And you may be wondering about that. This new moon in Sagittarius may be revealing information about this path that is your path, leading you in a new direction to explore, like your true home, your true family. Because there's some feeling that so I guess it could also be someone that wasn't told that they were adopted, and finding out has led to a lot of hostility and frustration and left you feeling like a sense of unbelonging. But Spirit is yet bringing you back to the reality and the truth of true belonging lying on the inside of us. Like your family could be your blood relatives, but it doesn't have to be. Like your family could be people that align with your energy. Your soul family are people that were sent here in this time to support you in your mission in this lifetime. And those people that you may just meet could resonate with you and provide support and love that you possibly never got from people that you've known your whole life, right? And so it doesn't have to be as black and white. Somehow I'm hearing, but there's something Spirit wants you to connect with your divine source. Yeah. Death. There's some level of transformation that someone is going through, moving from one place to another. The Two of Swords. There's the question of which path to take. Someone's at possibly a point in where they're moving forward, but they're just trying to figure out which way. Carrying some disappointment, some tragic disappointments with them. There's some level of deep deceit or betrayal that they're feeling here that's coming out. Now, it's interesting that it would be coming out. We have the Nine of Wands because we're talking about this new moon in Sagittarius, which brings the world, which brings very optimistic outlooks, and the Emperor on the bottom. The Empress, I'm sorry, which brings very optimistic outlooks on situations. And so I can't help but think that though this has been difficult, because we have wrath here and we have the Ten of Swords, which is like one of the worst cards that you can get, means that you've been through a big ordeal. This is not something that was lightly taken. Like, this was a knockout. This was something that had you just really feeling like you were at the lowest of low, possibly stabbed in the back in some type of way. It's a major deceit. But sometimes it's that thing that will awaken us to the higher levels of what's available to us, or even tap us into our purpose and mission in this lifetime. And so the Death card talks about this transformation, this change coming in, old things falling away or dying. Old things falling away or dying, and something new being reborn. Something new. The Death is Scorpio energy. And it's a number 4, which is aligning with Emperor energy. It's talking about stability. So this is closure. This is some level of closure that you're going to receive here. And that's going to lead you into a transformation. This card, no one likes to see the side of the Death card. Like, many of us, where a lot of our lives really deny that energy of death, right? Especially when it comes to things that we love. And so naturally, we tend to think negatively when we look at the Death card, but the message behind it is something in your life ended or needs to end or has already, had an ending, and it's needing closure. It needs to be just finalized, and the, process, the emotional process needs to happen so that it could be signed and sealed and done. And that could either happen by choice, or it could happen, involuntarily, right? Either way, there's going to be a positive outcome that happens after this feeling of suffering passes. This leads to a positive change, right? And so coming from this, we go into the Two of Wands, which actually leads us to the energy of making a choice or some type of determination on what direction we're going to go in. And the Two of Wands, either way, either direction is going to lead you to success. That's just the energy that we're in. With the Wheel of Fortune being in your outcome, yeah, either direction is going to lead you to success. So you could have two choices that you're thinking of when this new moon is here, Virgo. Two different choices that's going to lead you to the goal of finding that sense of home, or that sense of feeling like you're amongst family or your village or your tribe. And so this is really being burdened with making the right choice, but it's also pointing to the thought process of making that choice, right? something's heavily on your mind and you need to come to resolution with it so that you can release it, right? And so this is also dealing with patterns, thought patterns. What type of thoughts are you having towards this? I see rage out here and I see the 10 of Swords. So it could be struggle. It could be a lot of struggle with your mental processes, Virgo. And this is a time to recognize if that tone that you're thinking in, is it negative or is it positive? Because that's what we're talking about. The new moon in Sagittarius is leaning us towards intentionally thinking positive. Yeah, I see it for what it is. Yeah, it has a lot of negative connotations, but Sagittarius says, yet I still see the glass is half full. I still choose to see it in a positive light, right? And so this is you taking control over how you see things and how you choose to categorize them. You have that. You can't control how people act. You can't control the reality of what's been done or anything that's been hidden from you in the past. But what you can control, Virgo, is how you respond to it and how you move forward from it. That's what Spirit is saying with this Two of Wands. Your direction forward is your choice and how you choose to relate. You can either let this make you stronger and wiser, right? Or take you down. But I don't feel like you're going to do that. I feel like you're going to eat the meat and spit out the bone, right? It is what it is. You can't change it. Whatever. What's next, you know? And so this 10 of Swords is a difficult card to deal with because it says there's been some level of deceit and, you know, some difficult situation that you're dealing with. But the 10s talk about an ending. Whatever it was, it's over. It's done. The worst is over. Now, let's move forward. Okay. And so, yeah, the worst of the worst, what's the worst that could happen? It already happened. Now let's just move forward. How are we going to focus? Right. And if this hasn't happened yet, Virgo, when it happens, it's still going to be the same thing. Yes, it happened. Yada, yada, yada. What's next? It's not even as big as it seems or that it feels with this 9 of Wands, right? This attempts to be some type of block in your way, in your path forward, but really it's not. Like the only thing that's needed is to just pick yourself up and keep going. Move those things out of the way. Gird up your loins, understand your strength. Be confident in your abilities. You have made it through 100% of what you've been through this far. And you have not been brought this far just to stop here. Okay? And so keep going, basically. The 9 of Wands is your challenge in being able to find the strength to do that. Nevertheless, you have it. Okay? This is an illusion of a problem. Imagine it that way. The problem is not real, but it's more of our response to the problem that's real. Okay? Now, this is like you're almost there. You're like on the final stretch of coming to this ending of whatever this is. And death and fear is like holding on to you for dear life. And, you know, it's really a mind game that's being played right now. And the 9 of Wands is you having just a challenge. It's coming in a challenge spot. And so it's difficult to really gird up your loins, to find your confidence and realize how far you've come. But Spirit is letting you know right now that that's all that needs to be done. Find the confidence in yourself, whatever you need to do that. And understand how far you've come to this point. Connect with your source. It's time to connect. and understand that your identity is not in your thoughts, the quality of your thoughts. That's not who you are. It's just what you're thinking. Your thoughts don't define you, right? What has happened to you doesn't define you, but it's who you choose to be, what you choose to connect and associate yourself with, right? Again, this is a time to choose optimism, positivity. Even if you don't believe it at first, just keep saying it until it becomes real. I'm going to make it through this. This is not as big as it seems, right? This too shall pass, right? And just keep moving forward. And before you know it, you'll find yourself out of it, and you'll find yourself seeing how things have turned around in your favor, and the hard work that you put in will come back to you. This is also really a time with this Wheel of Fortune being in the outcome to really pay attention to how you're sowing. Right now, you're in a season of sowing seeds. And the seeds that you're sowing will at some point in time come back to you. And I know how hard it is, especially when people are sowing dead seeds on you. The natural response is to sow dead seeds back, but that's not what we want to do, right? Because we have to harvest those seeds. We have to harvest those. But I feel like for some reason, the Wheel of Fortune has come out in your outcome. It feels like you've sown good seed. And that's what you can look forward as your harvest. You're in that energy with the Empress coming out. The overall energy is you being in a position of receiving and understanding the value of what you have, of who you are, of, the quality of the energy that you carry. The Empress is rather high level energy. Yeah, and very effective energy. When the High Priestess enters in, there is creation that takes place. She's connected with nature. She has this very nurturing energy. And so find the natural energy within you, to allow yourself to, and I'm thinking of being in this energy and being victim to other people, because the energy is so soft and so inviting and so natural and so nurturing. It's easy to have people take advantage of that, but it's in understanding who you are and valuing yourself and placing boundaries too, right? And it's time for you to reconnect with yourself and with nature and understand who you are and the value of what it is that you carry. This could have something to do with the maternal connection for some of you. This could have something to do with the mother. For some reason, that's coming out too. But nevertheless, this too shall pass, right? In the end, you win. As difficult as it may seem right now, in the end, you win. The central point of your message, Virgo, for this new moon is understanding this is a time of intentional optimism. Whatever it is, choosing to be optimistic, choosing to see the good, and understanding that you have the power in reacting to whatever this is, and choosing to see and to keep moving, right? Not just laying down, accepting things as they are, but you get to actually have the last say. And even though you were born in a particular situation, it doesn't mean that you were born to stay there. Okay? There's some need to connect with your higher source and to understand you're being set apart. I'm hearing that You're set apart. This too shall pass. Whatever this is, you can make it through. Okay. This is purposeful. And it may, in fact, bring you into your power, whatever this is, Virgo. I tell you, some of the most difficult things have brought me into my power. I couldn't see myself coming in any other way. Some of the most heart-wrenching things has brought me into my power. And so I can't even be mad. It feels like something like that. Okay. Let me know. Tell me what this is about, because it sounds like a big deal. And so if you're looking for a personal reading, Virgo, go ahead and go down to my description box and shoot me an email. Okay. Or just go over to my calendar and schedule with me. And so I'm here for you, Virgo. Take care of yourself, please. All right. That was for you, Virgo. Thank you for stopping by, my friends. All right. So next up, we have Libra at 2/11/15. Hi, Libra. Welcome. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Thank you so much for stopping by to my channel, Libra. It's always a pleasure to read for you. Libra. Welcome, 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 Libra. Hey, I hope you guys are well and enjoying your Sunday. So let's take a look and see how we're doing today, Libra. What's coming out for you during this new moon in Sagittarius? For Libra, this is a time of optimism and new adventures. For you, Libra, I feel like this is a time to get started. Just do it. Because once you get the ball rolling, you're going to be unstoppable. The most difficult part of this for you is going to be just doing it, getting started. Everything else is going to fall in line once you actually take that first step. This could be in regards to furthering your education or being more informed around your goal. This new moon in Sagittarius is inspiring the communication for you. So this is your third house, and that spirit is actually working with you in this new moon in Sagittarius. So this might be a time where you're actually looking to become more literate or more educated, reading, writing, or just learning, right? You may be looking to do something to advance yourself career-wise by going back and learning something, thinking about going back to school in some type of way, or soon. Maybe you just went and enrolled. But there's some higher learning that's been difficult. But I feel like once you go and enroll and do it, everything else is just going to fall in place. The inspiration is just going to flow naturally, right? That's been the hardest part. It's always hard to start something new. It's hard to do that first thing. But in this new moon in Sagittarius, you're being encouraged, and you could have the supporting energies coming in and guiding you on how to do that. So take that guidance seriously, because it's coming in just for you. Okay. It's coming in just for you. This is also a good time. The energies are beautiful and charged to set new routines, to set new goals. I keep hearing somebody's trying to learn how to read. So to set goals, be strategic and like set a plan. that holds you accountable to keep up. So this could be someone wanting to learn through just reading random books, and you're setting a goal on reading so many things or so many books or so much information in a time frame might help you to stay on track by setting the goal for yourself. Okay? Because this is something about getting back into the mode of learning. So Spirit is dealing with you in that aspect of learning, getting back into that energy. Okay? And it's all about just doing it, going and doing it. And so for someone, there's some level of someone's upset. Someone was upset with something that happened, possibly around education, that has set, you felt like something was unfair with your education. And this has actually been like a seed of possible unforgiveness or wrath in some type of way. You felt like something wasn't fair for you when it comes to your being able to learn something, but you're being asked to connect, right? And understanding who you are and just how much power you have. I feel like there's a need to know your connection, or to connect is coming out really big. Spirit has been waiting for you to connect with them, Libra. Whatever that is for you. Somehow that is key in this, with the new moon in Sagittarius, and you actually connecting back into this energy to fulfill something that you're desiring to do. It has some connection with you being connected with your higher power. Now that could be praying, that could be meditating, that could be doing some type of ritual or connection with yourself. Spirit is asking you to connect. And then we have wrath that came out, which shows that energy of some level of unforgiveness or grief, or being upset about something that you felt was unfair, or, caused some level of unforgiveness. And then we have courage coming out as well. And so I feel like this connecting with Spirit is going to help you overcome that energy that's been blocking you from taking courage. And it could, in fact, be that unforgiveness, Libra. It could be whatever that thing was that happened that you felt like was unfair, that's been keeping you stuck. And so this connecting with Spirit or your source is going to help you in this process and lead you to being able to be open to take the next step. Okay? That you're being guided. The connection is going to be your guidance. Okay? But let me get some more information on this. This is a very interesting mixture of energy coming in for Libra here. I don't know why I'm hearing someone is still grieving about someone that passed over. Someone's still grieving, holding on to someone that passed over. They felt like it was unfair. Okay, for Libra. All right. Thank you, Libra, for stopping in. Make sure you like, share, comment. Yeah. Okay. So the overall energy here is the Queen of Swords, which is very interesting because this could be, the person, this could be representative of you, the energy that you're in, this very sharp, cutthroat energy. It could be representative of being in a very equipped energy, very intuitively and alert. You see everything, very resourceful, right? It could be a lot of things that you're dealing with right now. But I have the Six of Cups coming in, the Strength card coming in, the Ten of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Fool. Okay. And so we have Scorpio energy, Leo, Virgo, Aries, and Neptune, the Fool. It's Neptune, or is it Uranus? It's Uranus energy. And then the Mother of Swords is Aquarius energy. And so, first of all, we have the Six of Cups, which does talk about the past, right? Remembering some event or being very possibly related or connected to the past in some type of way, and possibly having some things hidden, some things that are very active concerning how things are playing out up here, right? There's some hidden energy in the past, either that you're not discussing, something that you haven't shared, something that is definitely actively affecting right now, something that has happened in the past. But there's the Strength coming in that gives us the need to be courageous in dealing with that. This is being attuned and tapping into what's happening within yourself. There's some level of needing to, first of all, be graceful when it comes to dealing with yourself, because there's something that has happened here that has affected you and how you show up right now, and the fact that there's a lot that's happening right now that's not seen. And so there's a need to be aware that there's some connection with the past that's showing up with your right now. Okay. So be kind to yourself. Like, you're working it out. You're possibly dealing with these things, gaining the courage to step outside of those things that hasn't been possibly understood fully. And so this is asking you to be open, to be led to how to move forward, and to allow yourself to move forward. Okay. Because there's a lot at stake with the Ten of Pentacles, right? This is talking about future generations, legacy. This is talking about abundance, possibly, that is possible, that's meant, that's on your path, right? And abundance shows up in many different ways. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual, right? It could be financial, right? But there's a abundance that's here, that's at stake here, that's in the mix here as it pertains to you, Libra. Your abundance. We're talking about your ability to actually provide for yourself and your loved ones. that's in the mix here. But the thing that's at key is how to move forward, how to expand, like what to do next. And that's where education comes in. I feel like for someone, you may have come to a limit and you realize the need for some level of higher learning or higher training or something more needed in order to get where it is that you're wanting to go. Okay, that's what we're talking about, moving forward. And there's some need for higher learning moving forward. There's a recognition of that. And so the challenge coming in is how to do that, how to move forward and to, get what's yours. This is on your path, this 10 of Pentacles. And so the challenge is, how do I get there? How do I get that I know I'm worthy of, that I know is even possibly been promised, to me? I need to know, And so the 3 of Wands comes in as a challenge because that's the thing that's actually standing in the way of being dealt with right now. Expansion, growth, movement, exhaling to the future, moving to the next thing, possibly even creating what that looks like. Threes talk about creating, that energy of creation, not even understanding fully that you have a certain autonomy over how that looks. You are creating as you're moving. So that's coming in as a challenge, maybe not even realizing to the extent of the power that you hold over your future to create it. But I think the fact that realizing, okay, so possibly even going back to school is a part of that piece of the puzzle, right? It's part of the steps leading me to my abundance, right? And now it's just dealing with having the courage to move, to do what I feel deep down in my heart I need to do, right? In the outcome, we have the Fool, which does talk about you end up actually taking that step forward. The Fool talks about a new adventure, a new journey, taking a chance, stepping out on faith. Stepping out on faith. Okay? You may be in the energy of looking at everything that could go wrong, but this new energy in Sagittarius is going to help you to see the opportunity in things, not the blocks. It's going to help you to see the optimism in your situation, not everything that actually could go wrong, but it's going to help you to see what could go right if you actually allow yourself the opportunity to try it, to step out on faith, to see, right? And so I feel like this is all about you taking a chance on yourself, connecting with your higher source, right? That's going to bring in a lot of clarity, right? Possibly even the need to release unforgiveness and things that have happened in the past. There may be a level of anger that's very much rooted in your past. That's why these two came out together. That wrath is connected to the type of tree that's growing. It's very much rooted in something in the past that possibly just needs to be acknowledged. Maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had, right? But it initially starts with you understanding who you are, and that's through your connection. So if you're a prayer, this is calling you to pray and connect with your source. If you're a meditator, this is calling you to get in there and create time to connect with yourself so that you can hear the instructions and the guidance that's being given to you. I feel like you are very much being guided here. That's what this message is saying. The fact that you're even thinking about it means that you're open to what's being said during this guidance. And the need to be more open is required here so that you can be guided step by step. But you have to connect. Okay, you have to connect. And Spirit is waiting on you to be intentionally open to connecting. Okay. These aren't messages that just say, oh, I just been hearing, this is what I need to do. But this is setting a time and a space to connect. Okay. To intentionally open up to hear. Okay. The crown chakra talks about a connection. It also talks about information being channeled in during that connection, right? And so this is an intentional act of connecting. Okay, Libra. And so, yeah, the Fool is in the outcome. That means that you will definitely take that step to step out, to trust yourself, to do what you want to do, what you know needs to be done. Okay. There's so much to gain. And so please, please, please believe in yourself. And if there's anything that caused you to doubt, get rid of it. Get rid of it as quickly as you can. Okay. All right. Thank you for stopping by, Libra. I appreciate you. You are a hero in my book. Okay. That was for Libra. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you like, share, comment, Libra, and subscribe if you haven't. If you're looking for a personal reading, please email me. Okay, I'm open. Set time on my calendar if you feel more comfortable doing that. And I will see you next time, Libra. Thank you for stopping by. You got this. Go for the gold. Okay. This new moon in Sagittarius is just what was needed to give you that extra oomph to go do it. Okay. So that's for you, Libra. Thank you for stopping by. Next, we have Scorpio at 102.32.45 with Scorpio. 102.32.45. Scorpio, how you doing? 102.32.45. Oh, wait a minute. 233. $232.45. Okay, so for Scorpio, hi Scorpio, welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. How are you doing, Scorpio? I hope you are well today. So we're taking a look at the new moon in Sagittarius, the energies that will be coming in for you, Scorpio, and how that's going to play out for you during this energy. Okay, and so let's take a look. So what is the energy coming in during this new moon in Sagittarius for Scorpio spirit? New moon in Sagittarius for Scorpio. New moon in Sagittarius for Scorpio. Yeah. So Spirit says not to be cheap on yourself, right? Not to hold back, because for everything that you decide you're worthy of, it'll be worth every penny, Scorpio. Making those new memories will be worth every penny, okay? And so this is a time, the new moon in Sagittarius, that you are being liberated financially. This is in your house of money. That's the second house. I hear a buzzing in my right ear. And I feel like usually Scorpio is a little bit reserved when it comes, a little bit analytical when it comes to the monies, but which is okay, because it's okay to be, financially stable. We want to be that. This moon and this new moon in Sagittarius is actually going to have you delve into that liberation as it pertains to your finances, Scorpio. Yeah, that doesn't mean you go and spend up all of your savings or, just go ham on your finances. It comes out. Abundant earth. Ganesh. And so that doesn't mean you just go ham and go spend up all of your financial reserves. That's not what that's saying. But it's saying to be generous with yourself. Spirit is giving you permission to enjoy yourself and the fruits of your labor. Spirit is saying that you have earned it. You've earned it. And this is your time to splurge a little bit on yourself, okay? This is spanning over like the next 6 months or so. This is going to be a time where you get to really treat yourself really good. And in times where you're able to actually do the upgrade or the deluxe, right? This is saying, yeah, I've earned this. I'm going to do this for myself. That is going to be the energy that increases the abundance coming towards you. Seeing yourself in that energy already, it's going to pull in more abundance for you. And so this is a time for you to really treat yourself as your worth. Okay. Did that make sense? Let me say that again. This is the time to treat yourself as your worth. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and book that cruise if that's what you were thinking. Enjoy that 5-star dinner, right? You deserve it. Reap the rewards that you're sown. Okay. Now with Ganesh coming out, this is really Spirit letting you know and pointing to the abundance as it pertains to the earth. Hey, 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 hey. The abundance as it pertains to the earth. And this is about releasing anything holding you back from your divine abundance that's coming in the perfect form. Okay. Now, remember, abundance is not just financial. It's actually in every area that we experience life, we're able to experience abundance in that way. Okay. And so it's not limited, but it's allowing that to come into form for you, specifically Scorpio. That's what Ganesh is saying, is to release anything that keeps you from receiving your divine abundance in the physical. Okay. Perfectly. And then we have balance coming in. And now you got to get you some. So I pray I understand the game sometime. Balance is coming in. Balance is coming in. And so this Spirit is guiding you to position yourself. Strategically position yourself, Scorpio. so that when the winds blow, you're not knocked off balance, because it's how you position yourself that keeps you grounded and stable and not knocked off balance when the winds blow. It's how you position yourself. Okay? That's what Spirit is saying. Position yourself. And I say you got this way. Okay. I don't know if we have a third card coming for you. Let's see. Anything else for Scorpio? Okay. Flow. And so the divine is saying, just allow me to move, not any type of way, but to move however. I think it was Bruce Lee that says, be like water. You know, flow, just flow, be like water, move however you're being led to move, right? Water just flows in any direction that is being guided. It assumes any shape that it's poured into. Be like water, right? Just flow. And Spirit is saying, allow me just to move with flow. And then in terms, you respond to that flow that I am moving in as Spirit, with calmness and peace and acceptance. Okay. God's gonna see some gay. Peace of the revolution. This is beautiful. I like this for you, Scorpio. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Spirit says stop. Okay. So for Scorpio, during this new moon in Sagittarius, definitely bring in the energy of new experiences, being open, right? Especially to new abundance that wants to show up for you. Being open to how Spirit is moving right now, or in any given moment, or in any given way. Being open to that. I have the King of Cups, the King of Wands appeared here. So for Scorpio, ooh, this is mastery energy. I got to hear it loud, loud, loud. All right, let's get one more. So we have the King of Cups, which is Pisces. The Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. The Emperor, which is Aries energy. The Ace of Wands, which is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. And then the Two of Wands, which is Aries energy. And on the bottom, we have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. I feel like this is about partnerships. It could be about love, relationships as well, but it's needing some level of balance in that area. This could be you balancing out your masculine and feminine energies as well, right? That balance did come out here in your oracle cards, talking about not being thrown off by the wind, right? But positioning yourself for balance as you move and travel. There's some level of spirituality at play here with the Hierophant, and the Father of Cups and the Emperor. It's like a mixture of balance, right? Between the Father of Cups is this very mystical, masterful energy who has mastered the emotional aspect of being. And this is someone who definitely connects with others and who has a bit of a unique mystique that they carry and how they express. They're different. They're different, but it's a nice difference, right? It's a black duck or a black goose, whatever kind of bird this is. It's a black goose. And so there's a difference here, right? Something very unique. And then this level of spirituality with the Hierophant, this traditional, very grounded, foundational energy. And then coupled with the Emperor, right? It's almost like this concoction of all these masterful energies that you're working with, and the need to balance all of those different aspects of your being, right? This energy coming in through the new moon and Sagittarius may in fact be dealing with balancing that. All of those very masterful aspects of who you are. Again, it's talking about new experiences and adventures. The Ace of Wands is coming in as a challenge. So I feel like there's some level of having a new opportunity, new experience opening that's coming in as a challenge here. And this is talking about expansion. Wands always talks about growth. It always talks about inspiration. It's fire energy, so it's moving energy. And so it's a very highly energetic card. This may in fact be considered to be like a gift coming in. The ace is a gift usually that's being extended. And so, but it's coming in as a challenge, right? And so there may be ideas that you have, and you're trying to figure out how to get them started. New inspiration coming in. And there may be something that you're holding on to. You're not sure how to kind of bring that into fruition, or possibly being guided towards a new journey or a new direction, and it's coming in as a challenge. The need not to rush into it, but there's some challenge around this new beginning, these new ideas, or this spark, this new beginning. But I feel like in the end, it's resolved by making a choice. I feel like there is no wrong choice with the Two of Wands. Whatever choice you make, whichever direction that you make, you could possibly have different options on how to move forward with this new idea. But the Two of Wands is whatever choice you make is going to be right. There's no wrong answer. Either way is going to be successful. Either way, with the Two of Wands, you have two paths that you're choosing from. Either one is going to be successful. And so whichever one you choose, this is all about balance for you and being open as spirit is flowing, right? And allowing spirit to show up, not putting definite, outcomes, attaching those to how spirit is moving. And you know what I mean by that? It's like, well, if it doesn't show up like this, then I don't want it, but spirit sometimes will allow it to show up just like that, just to kind of challenge us in that way, to bring that abundance into reality. And I feel like somebody's not hearing me right now with this thing that's kind of drowning out my voice. Somebody may not be hearing me, but hey, I'm just the messenger. And so there's some level of abundance that spirit wants to bring into form for you. Your part in that, Scorpio, is just to stay balanced, right? You're working with these masterful energies here, spiritual, very abundant leadership type energy, connecting, the ability to connect and provide for people direction and guidance, possibly, And so there's definitely challenges around how to move forward and expand what it is that you already have your hands in and doing, possibly. But Spirit is saying there's no wrong answer here. This is just about you making a choice. It's going to be successful either way. So choose one and go with it, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. But overall, along the way, allow yourself to experience the fruit of your labors. Okay. You are so worth it. Treat yourself. Okay. Treat yourself, Scorpio, because you are worth it. When you find the opportunity to do that, don't second guess. That energy that you operate in is actually what you are manifesting. So even in treating yourself or, allowing yourself to splurge a little, you're pulling more of that abundance towards yourself. You're finding space for spirit to open up and show up for you. Okay. That's for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for stopping by. Sagittarius. How are you doing, Sagittarius? I hope you are well today. Thank you for showing up today, Saggy. How are you? Let me change this. Saggy, we're going to take a look, Saggy, at this full moon in Sagittarius, showing up, doing big things. Saggy, how you doing today? Make sure you like, share, comment. Let us know how you are resonating with this energy that Spirit is bringing in for us, okay? Sagittarius. And so welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, Saggy. We're going to take a look at these energies coming in during this new moon in your sign. And so the funny thing is I recorded Sagittarius all the way up through Aries, starting at Sagittarius, going chronologically up through Aries. And the sound was boo, boo. It was horrible. And so here I am having to record these 5 signs again. And so let's take a look, Saggy, because I want to, make sure you can hear. When I recorded last time, every other word was cut off. And so I was so disappointed because I spent like 2 hours on that reading. But, I want to make sure I bring you all quality. And so here I am again, redoing it for you. But let's take a look, okay? What is the beautiful things coming in for Sagittarius during this new moon in Sagittarius? So this gives me the energy for you, Sagittarius, of the explorer, the navigator. You're looking for something. And this is almost like being on a self-discovery. And so there's some connection or some search within self that you are on. There's this self journey that you're deep diving within yourself. I just feel like this very deep exploration within self that you are embarked upon right now. During this next 6 months or so, this may feel very huge for you, what you find. Whatever this is going to be huge, okay? Now, for a lot of you, you don't even know what this is. You may not know what's waiting for you, but you feel it. You feel it. There's something big that's coming your way. And everything that you believe in, everything that you've learned up to this point, it's so big that all of that could in fact change what's coming towards you. This is huge energy. Interestingly, the sun came out. Now, the interesting thing about this has been coming out for a few days here. The great central sun talks about this energy that's emitted from the sun of unity. First of all, the fact that we're created the same way that everything else that exists was created, which means that there is a connection to everything created. We're all, in fact, one. There's no distinction. There may be a rearranging of cells and molecules, but it all boils down to the same thing. The other thing about that is that the sun, getting out in the sun actually connects us to this power source of energy. So this card, this great central sun, talks about unity, but it in fact is a connecting. It's a solar plexus. I mean, not a solar plexus. Well, it is dealing with solar plexus energy, dealing with how we're showing up in the world as our authentic self in our power. But it's also crown chakra. Why did that word not want to come out? It's crown chakra energy as well, which says that there is some identity that we're going to find in connecting with our source, whatever that is for you. I know it's different for all of us, right? But whatever that is for you, there is some great revelation that's coming in through that, okay? Through the sun. It may be another sun for some of y'all, but there's some great revelation that's coming in through connecting with that creative source energy that we all have, that we all know. And so you're being guided, Sagittarius, to be open to that and to become aware of the information that's being channeled in through your consciousness, and be open to what you don't know. That part is big. What you don't know. Okay. One of the first things that we realize when we begin to learn is how much we don't know. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know anything, because there's such a vast amount of information out there and it's non-stop, right? Even going to the sun, like beyond that, it's just undiscovered information, right? But this is channeling in information to you specifically, Sagittarius, in this next few months, the next 6 months or so. What's coming for you may in fact change what you stand for. That's how big this thing is. Now, this is again is about your identity and your journey around discovering yourself. And so this may be around what you want to be or what you are becoming, right? What you've been called to do. This may be around that, or what you're called to accomplish in this lifetime. Like maybe there's something that you want to fulfill by the time that you leave this earth, or maybe you have a vision that you want to bring into fruition. Maybe there's some accomplishment you want to do. within the next couple of months or the next 6 months. Everything that you experience from this reading forward will be leading you to your higher self. It's going to play in some part as information that's revealing and leading you to your higher self. Okay? You heard it here. You heard it here first. Okay? Now, this has something to do with allowing yourself to be released from the hustle and bustle, okay? Because play is coming in here, which means that you have to allow yourself release, a time to move away from everything that's serious, to go and have fun, right? And to kick off your shoes and to let your guard down. This is important, okay? Then we have grief coming out here. Also, equally important is to allow yourself to grieve. For some of you, you may be grieving still, or there may be things that are about to happen that cause you to grieve. That's okay. That's a natural part of the life cycle. Very natural, right? Matter of fact, it's necessary to balance out life, okay? And so this is a part of this next season of life for you. Allowing yourself to grieve. At times where you feel like playing, go play, and play with every inch of your heart, not withholding anything, okay? In that same way, when it's time to grieve, go grieve and allow yourself to grieve wholeheartedly, not withholding anything. Don't hold back tears. Don't hold back mourning, right? Don't hold back wailing. Allow yourself to go there, okay? Whether it's play or whether it's grief, okay? Which points to this energy of balance. To the extent that we're able to, meet joy and fulfillment, we have to also be able to meet pain and grief, right? It's the balance that life brings. And so allow yourself, this is what this is saying. Allow whatever comes up. Know that it's purposeful. Because remember what I just said? Spirit said that over this next 6 months or so, everything that happens is guiding you towards your higher self. Everything. So understand that nothing is just happening by chance. Everything is on point and purposeful as it pertains to you, Sagittarius. So don't get it twisted. Sagittarius, the new moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius. It's not enough to satisfy emotions that I share between us. Why do I feel like you're going to fight this, Sagittarius? I feel like you're going to fight this hand and nail. Yeah, this is about mastering yourself. This is about mastering yourself. That, in fact, is going to be the thing that leads you to what you're looking for. Whatever that is, whether it's leaving a legacy, accomplishing something, whatever that is, mastering yourself is what's going to lead there. I have the Mother of Cups, Scorpio energy, Three of Wands, Aries energy, Ace of Cups, Cancer energy. Can you guys see that? The Death, Scorpio energy. The Two of Swords, Libra energy. And then the Eight of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. Now, for some of you, this is about reaching the energy of feeling fulfilled. You just want to feel fulfilled. You just want to be happy, which is completely okay. For some of you, this is about expanding and reaching the max that you're able to reach in life. This is about you just going all out and being everything that you were called and created to be. For some of you, this is about making connections, life-changing connections, and being of service to others. You feel like you're called to do that. And it could be all of these things mixed together, a combination of all these things. The challenge coming in is the changing. It's the what needs to happen, what needs to die, or what you need to be willing to release in order to welcome in the fulfillment of these things that you're hoping for or that's promised. Again, like I said, in the next 6 months, there's going to be such revelations that you're going to change your ideas around some things. Spirit says there's going to be like a change of heart here, a complete change of understanding. Whatever this is going to rock your world, right? And leave you in a state of just, the Two of Swords talks about between a rock and a hard spot. You're not going to know which way to go. It's going to be a dilemma, right? You ever had two completely important things that you have to choose from? Important, true, real, significant, and equally, significant and important. And it's like, they're both true, right? They're both significant. That's what's going to rock your world. The truth that's going to come in and just obliviate everything that you thought you knew. You see that blood moon? Now, the blood moons, if you haven't watched my video on taking the woo-woo out of the blood moon, Sagittarius, go watch that. The blood moon talks about a time, many of the cultures look at that as something different, but this is a time of many great awakenings, great changing, even prophecies being fulfilled. And so this feels very spiritual. It may be something different for everybody, but what you're seeking is seeking you in more ways than you realize, Sagittarius. But your job in this is to be open to whatever comes up for you. Allow yourself, right? There will be times where you want to go and just allow yourself to be free from responsibility and just play. Do that. There'll be times where you need to go into a deep level of grief and just wail and mourn. Do that. Like whatever you're being called to. There'll be times where you go into deep, discovery and research. Do that. Whatever you're being called to, allow yourself. Okay. The whole idea about this is becoming aware of what's being given to you, right? What's being channeled down from your source at any point in time through your consciousness and through your existence. This is stuff beyond what you know. That's why you have to just be open to it. Okay. This is where that fulfillment is coming in, and exactly what you're looking for, you're going to find it. But it's not going to be the way that you thought you would find it. Okay. So there's something huge coming in for you. Huge. And it's going to be super fulfilling. Possibly something that you didn't even realize you needed. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love this. You've been working hard for this, looking for this level of truth. This is beautiful. I love this. And so there could have possibly been something blocking it, but it's going to be released, right? There may, in fact, end up being two opposing forces that come face to face, that cause you to be just awestruck, right? It may be some level of truth, some realization. It could be a connection. It is a two that talks about partnerships and connections. It could be a life decision. Twos talk about decisions as well. But up until now, that answer has been blocked for some reason. And it may have been blocked by you, by a choice that you made. But the light is going to reveal that. There's nothing that you have to do. Just be open to what's coming in for you at any given moment in time. And when that thing hits, just know it's for you. Okay? What you are looking for is looking for you, Sagittarius. Okay? So this new moon in Sagittarius is brought it to your front door. You have begun the journey. You're on it right now. Okay? That's for you, Saggy. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. And so until next time, we will see you. Take care and be open. Capricorn. Let's take a look. 103 or 3/12/30 for Capricorn. Capricorn. How you doing, Capricorn? Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. We're taking a look at the new moon in Sagittarius. The new moon in Saggy coming, or that's here, right? What type of energies will it bring for Capricorn? We're going to take a look. I hope you guys are doing well on this beautiful Sunday. It's almost dark. So let's take a look and see what's going on with my Capricorns and what type of beautiful energy, what type of bodacious energy will be coming in for you during this full moon in Sagittarius. This is a time of optimism where I feel like you're definitely going to find yourself intentionally wanting to look at things optimistically, right? Understanding that the world, your reality is actually what you make it, Capricorn. How you look at things is going to be everything during this new moon in Sagittarius. This is touching your the 12th house of subconscious, yeah. And I feel like you are the realist of the zodiac signs, and that lends to sometimes being borderline. As Sagittarius is the optimist, you're borderline the opposite, because of your realism that you hold. And this is around, the life. You're just a realist. But I feel like this new moon in Sagittarius is going to challenge you in that way. And your worldview is going to actually be shifted, how you're looking at the world. For the next, I would say like 6 months or so, this cycle that's beginning for you, you're going to actually expect yourself, right? You're going to put that expectation on yourself to look at things more positively and optimistically. Knowing that, right? Keeping in mind that life is what we make it. It's how we look at it that makes it what it is. And so not so much of what happens, it's more about how we respond to what happens. It's that kind of energy. Okay. And so though there could be tough times, I'm not saying things are going to be all peachy creamy and all good all the time. Over these next 6 months or so, these things, the way that we look at things, right, is going to be the difference between how things turn out good or how things turn out not so good. It's all in how we actually look at it. Okay. This is a time where I feel like you'll be choosing to be faith-filled, to be joyful. You're going to be choosing to be courageous and challenge yourself, to really connect with that part of yourself connected to your consciousness and revitalize that as you have this new way of approaching life. Okay. So the first card coming out for you, Capricorn, is the solar plexus chakra, dealing with the ego and how we show up in the world, how we see ourselves showing up in the world, and how we actually are empowering ourselves to show up in the world. The solar plexus talks about our ability to complete things and to ignite that powerful energy that lies within us, to shine our light in the way that we've been given it, right? It's all about the self, the I, the ego, and being empowered to do what we feel like we've been given and called to do. It's belief in self, okay? There could be things that are over the next few months, 6 months or so, that's resurfacing. Ghost talks about things returning from the past. And it's a ghost because it's almost like has that haunting energy to it. It may be something that is like, oh, this again, or, you again. There could be someone that's returning from the past, right? That may be challenging your identity. Karma, yeah, returning from the past. A return of energy. And so there's some level of having to deal with that energy, like possibly once and for all, and understanding how powerful you are in any situation that arises. It's not what happens again, but it's how you perceive what happens, how you see yourself in that determines whether something is good or bad. It's your perception in it. And so there's something coming back around again. It could be a chance for you to make it right. I don't negate that either. But there's the energy that something coming back around to be addressed. To be addressed, Capricorn. This is a time to believe in yourself, to trust in your ability, to understand who you are and how you were purposed to show up in the world in your authenticity. This might be an opportunity for you even to I don't know why I'm hearing Maxine Waters. Reclaim your time. Reclaiming your time. Right? So whatever this is that's coming back up may in fact have the ability, or may have had the ability, to create some kind of off balance energy or something like that. But I feel like this time around is an opportunity for you to really stand in your power and understand more about who you are, because you're being seen in the light of someone who is really fulfilled and who's really accomplished. You're being seen as someone who has it all. With this Four of Cups and the overall energy around you, you're being seen in that way. Now, whether that's true or not, that's up to you to realize that. But you're being seen as someone in a really good, stable, foundational energy right now. So you're like a very yummy morsel, right? And so someone could be viewing you in that way and wanting to come back around. The 10 of Cups is here, the Ace of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the Son of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. And so could be talking about connections and love. The Ace of Cups is a new beginning, another chance. The 10 of Cups is family energy. The 9 of Wands is waiting for something to be made right, or it could be wounded warrior energy, like someone who likes to show up and be like the hero, but never really gets the appreciation that would be due to someone that to do that. And so it's someone who actually sacrifices themselves, unnecessarily sometimes. So I feel like this energy that's coming back around is coming back around for you to stand in your power and really show your strength and show how you understand like who you are, and how you won't be thrown off. It's really an opportunity for you to, I think more than anything, look at yourself in a different way. See yourself as your own hero, as your own hero. The Son of Cups can sometimes come in as that energy of wanting to, it's like the knight in shining armor that comes in and says all the right things and does all the right things, but then it's not really rooted in grounded energy or truth. It's just idealistic. It may be from a desire, but it doesn't really hold weight. They may not even be really able to do it. They may want to do it and say it from a very good place, but wanting to do something and being able to bring that to pass is two different things. It's that kind of energy. And so this is bringing you back to understanding who you are. There's some truth with the Ace of Swords that's being revealed, possibly some truth that you'll have an opportunity to speak, your truth. Your truth. And it's coming in like a wrecking ball because this truth stands. You see, it has the lightning effect around it and the rain, right? This truth is cutting through down to the bone and the marrow. It's cutting through all the BS, right? And so this may, in fact, be coming back around for you to assert yourself and really understand who you are, who you've always been in this situation. It feels like an empowering moment for you to take your power back. Again, we're dealing with perception and you looking at things from your personal point of view and seeing yourself positively in that. Choosing to see things positively, and that's from your perspective. So this thing coming back around is for you to assert yourself and take control, right? And so however that plays out, like this Ace of Cups could be another opportunity coming to you to be able to get in and do something very fulfilling. It could be love, right? Doesn't have to be. It could be the ultimate level of fulfillment, whatever that means for you, Capricorn. Some ultimate fulfillment, but I know it has a lot to do with how you show up and allow yourself to show up in the world and seeing yourself in that way. This is about self-empowerment, realizing your own power, seeing yourself in light of the sun, your authentic self. This is all about you more than them. Whatever ghost that's reappearing, you're the focus and you're in control, okay? So this new moon is giving you another opportunity, possibly, or bringing this back around for you to assert yourself and not to fall victim again, if that was the case. But this is an opportunity for you to stand in your truth, stand in your power, possibly even to get some things off of your back that you didn't yet, okay? But it's to bury some things finally, just put it to rest. Speak your truth and just put it to bed. Tuck it in and say goodnight and walk away, okay? I feel like this thing or this person has been given more power than they actually have. But when you see yourself in the right perspective and understand the power that you hold in any situation, that changes the whole game. So this new moon is a powerful one for you. It's a powerful one. So let's see what happens, okay? As for you, Cap, take care of yourself. Make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know how that turns out, okay? Let me know how that resonates for you as well. I feel somebody shining. Your moment in the sun is here. Aquarius, 103 or 328.25. How you doing, Aquarius? Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, where we are taking a look at this new moon in Sagittarius, how it's showing up for each of the signs. We're going to take a look at your sign and see how this is showing up for you, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel. And like, share, comment if you haven't, subscribe, okay? Hit the bell. So let's take a look for you, Aquarius. What energies will be showing up or coming in for Aquarius around this new moon in Sagittarius? This is dream energy for you, Aquarius. Spirit is guiding you to allow yourself to dream. Whatever that thing is that's brewing in your heart, I'm hearing that, brewing in your heart. That's where you're being guided, okay? Now, this new moon in Sagittarius actually highlights dreams, the energy of community for you. I think that's the 11th house. And so we're looking into the next like 6 months or so. And this can be huge. This can be huge for you to really do something pretty substantial in your life. Okay? This is a time to set your intentions, and this is about long-term goals for you, or a long-term wish or desire that you've had, Aquarius. And so this is a time to actually allow yourself to pursue. This is the time that Spirit is encouraging you to pursue. And this is also a time where you may look around and find people that were there at one time may not be there, Aquarius. This is not a time to hold grudges and develop unforgiveness. Spirit is telling you right now that if they were supposed to be there, they will be there. If they're not there, that means they're not supposed to be there. If Spirit has moved people out of your life, that means there's someone else that's more aligned with where it is that you're going, that's going to be more on the same page, that's going to help you in your mission of getting these goals done, okay? And so people not being there the way they used to doesn't have anything to do with you. This is a move of Spirit on your behalf, okay? So dear, I was hearing heart energy. This is the time to keep your heart clean, okay? You don't have time to be bogged down with offenses and aggressions and unforgiveness. That's going to slow you down, okay? And so this is a time to be very graceful and forgiving and full of compassion for your sake, Aquarius, for your sake, okay? All right. Let's take a look for Aquarius. For your sake, okay? So compassion was the first oracle card that came out. And I feel like, yeah, that's what I was feeling here. This is being sensitive to your heart energy and being open and accepting of everything as it is right now. Finding compassion in every situation. If people want to come, right, be discerning about the people that come. But as far as people that want to go, we're allowing them to go. We're not holding grudges and trying to figure out why, because it's aligning you. Spirit is aligning you with who you need to be with right now for where you're going and what you're trying to do. So your surroundings is very purposefully, intentionally aligned right now. Okay. This is a time to be aware of your triggers with memory here. There could be still things that you are dealing with when it comes to triggers or things that could set you back into this unforgiving energy. This is a time where you might need to really be aware of that. And it's not so much that you can't feel any certain type of way or be triggered. It's being aware of it so that it doesn't control how you respond or the decisions that you make, okay? All our illusions are just a play. Don't play. This also may be a time to really assess your intentions and your reasons for doing things, right? Make sure that your reasons for doing things is pure, okay? Because that's going to mean the difference between something being successful and some things being unsuccessful, okay? Also, this is a time with signs. You could be getting lots of signs right now. This time of your journey. Listen to them. Understand that those are specific messages being sent from the divine. And so instincts, right? So if all of a sudden you had made plans to, go to a function that you felt very directed to, and then all of a sudden at the last minute, something tells you, or there's this instinctual feeling like you're not supposed to go, trust yourself and listen. I feel like you're going to be very divinely guided here. So this is the time to really trust yourself, Aquarius. 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 All right, Aquarius. So we have the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy, the Mother of Cups, which is Scorpio energy, and the Ace of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. And so, I guess I'll take that one too. And so this is about becoming this new energy in Sagittarius, actually opening or unblocking, shall I say, not opening new opportunities. This is unblocking things that have possibly been restricted. And I don't know if it's a mindset or just how I don't know if there's something that you have been processing or going through that blocked it, but there's some mental process here that shows that there was some blocks with the Eight of Swords, or the feeling of being blocked or restricted in some type of way. That's being unblocked through that heart energy of compassion, right? We have the Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups, and then the Ace of Wands and the Magician, right? It's being unblocked through that heart energy of compassion. And so, and also checking our motives, checking our heart for our motives, why we are doing some things, making sure we're doing it for the right reason. Okay. So whatever that was blocked, this new energy in Sagittarius is bringing in the opportunity to try again, a new beginning, to manifest this, what you've been wanting to manifest. The strength is coming in as a challenge. I don't know if there's a Leo that presents some level of challenge with this energy, or if that's just needing to be more aware of yourself, of how you are rationalizing your actions and your reasons for doing things, right? The courage, the strength, the lion, the sun, all talks about uncovering this deeper level of what's operating on the inside of us. And so this strength represents you being aware of yourself, your motives, your internal processes, right? It's also talking about compassion too, self-discipline. And so there's some level of mastering yourself that will come in as a challenge. Some things that you were used to doing may, in fact, be things that you become aware of that has been blocking you, Aquarius, that possibly needs to be something that you find a different way to get your point across or to implement your plans. I feel like whatever that is, you're being made aware of it. It's no longer going to be hidden with the sun here. And then it's up to you whether to implement new strategies or not, to be successful. This is about manifesting and having a new start. And then the Daughter of Cups, right, is that energy of having the opportunity to create new energy, new circumstances. Yeah. And it almost feels like young energy or immature energy. And so there could be a maturing that happens. It could also point to creativity, or emotional stability coming into play, right? The Daughter of Cups is definitely full of this very artistic flow, also full of compassion as well. Very easily inspired. It's almost like the start again energy, trying again, starting something over or a different way. There's some level, because it's such a young, emotional, creative energy, there may be a need to focus on grounding, staying grounded so you don't get carried away emotionally, or so that you don't get thrown off with challenges that come in. The Daughter of Cups has a tendency to be thrown off because she's so emotional and so passionate, right? But what can help is staying grounded and ready for what's coming. And so this is very easily handled by just focusing on grounding, okay? But something big is headed your way. You have the opportunity to accomplish something major, Aquarius. That's being created. That door is being unblocked right now. It does come with some discipline and some realizations of different ways that you can be more successful this time. And so it depends on whether or not you're willing to take that advice or try different ways. This may be a time to listen to critical, if you have received any critical structural criticism, this may be a time to actually peek in and see what was said and be open to hear. Overall, though, with the Nine of Cups, this is a wish fulfillment. This is something you've been desiring. This is about your heart's desire, something you've yearned to do and complete and experience, okay? This is your opportunity coming back around. Yep. So only thing you have to do is just stay aware, stay connected to yourself. I do feel like Spirit is sending you signs of synchronicities. Trust your instincts because they're signs directly from the divine. And be on guard, be aware, right, of your own triggers so that you don't fall into cycles, old cycles and patterns. And lead with compassion. Okay, that stood out. Lead with compassion. That's major. Okay. Thank you, Scorpio. Like, share, comment. Let me know how it resonates for you, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. And we have Pisces coming up next. 344. Thank you, Pisces, for stopping by to Blood Moon Oracle. How you doing, Pisces? Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Like, share, comment. We're taking a look at the new moon in Sagittarius and what you can look forward to for this new moon. Like, what good things are in the energies for you during this new moon. We're going to take a look and see. And so, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified in case we go live or post new content like this, okay? So what's coming in for Pisces during this new moon in Sagittarius energy? Please and thank you, Spirit. Pisces, this is an opportunity for you to experience success or be victorious in some type of way. This new moon in Sagittarius is bringing in that energy for you. And so this is the time to move cautiously and understand the importance of what you're about to step into. This cycle that you're stepping into is actually huge. It's legendary. It has the opportunity for you to actually leave your mark in the world. For those of you that are wondering about that right now, I feel like this new moon in Sagittarius is in your 10th house, talking about legacy. For Sagittarius. And this is actually the energy over like the next 6 months with this lunar cycle. And you're being guided to actually allow yourself to take chances, to take a risk on yourself in order to actually do something that's never been done, at least in your bloodline. To take a chance on yourself, to be able to have the opportunity to leave a memorable legacy. Okay. Now, you may be a little bit iffy about this, especially if you've never stepped outside of your comfort zone in this way. But this is a time for you to really trust yourself, to be brave and courageous, and lean in. And so this is going to be a cycle that brings in new things, new opportunities, new chances to try different things. And this may be a time for some of you that you're going to end up redirecting your career paths, right? You may feel after spending so much time doing something like 20, 30 years, you're being called to do something completely different. That's completely outside of your area of expertise, your area of mastery, right? It could also be this perfect time to accomplish, this goal that you've held on to for a long time and swore to yourself that you were going to do, right? Regardless of what it is that's happening or what you do, you're going to be successful. There's a promise of success here. That's the beautiful thing about this. There's a promise of success here, Pisces. Okay. So first of all, what's coming out is sacral chakra energy. That's talking about moving and dancing, right? Balance. But it's talking about more than the physical exercise. We're talking about balancing your reality with your potential. Balancing your limits with your limitlessness. Balancing what you're able to do with what's made available through spirit and available to you, right? Doing the dance of life, right? It's that kind of balance. For those of you that think that you're stuck in a box for the rest of life, you're not a tree, right? You can change at any moment, right? Life offers us that opportunity to change at any moment. Now, will it be easy? Absolutely not. With resistance here, there will be things that stand in the way or challenge us or challenge our ideas. But it's, it's possible, is what this is saying. And it's asking you to be open to that possibility. Be open to the possibility. And be willing to go against the grain. Okay? If you feel this deep in your heart that this is something that you really feel that you've been called to do or to accomplish. Okay. All right, we have companionship coming in here as well. And so for some of you, this could be you connecting with someone. And this could be a accomplishment that you will actually complete with someone else, a group effort or a team effort. Whatever this is, it involves someone else. Let's take a look and see what else is coming out here. For some of you, this could be about love. Leaving some legacy around love that's never been done for your bloodline. Doing something new that hasn't been done. So we have the Fool coming out here. The Daughter of Swords. There may be some, and then the Son of Swords. There may be some level of clarity coming in about the possibility of this, even though it's never been done. According to what you've experienced or what you've heard, there's something possible here. Possibly doing something different or going in a whole different direction. Having a new experience that's fulfilling. This is about leaving a legacy of love, right? And I feel like it has to do with family. Someone has some desires about the type of legacy they want to leave behind when it comes to their family and what they stand for, what they've accomplished, right? There's some clarity around that, or some insight around this being possible, or possibly being called in a whole new direction as it pertains to connections or possible partnerships. But there seems to be possibly some level of resistance to this idea. Someone could be possibly saying that it can never be done, it'll never happen. Yeah, but there's some level of being challenged when it comes to standing and actually just standing in your truth and your power around this, or needing to defend your ideas against what is commonly thought, right? Well, standing in your right to, accomplish this or believe that this is possible for you. This feels like there's the very forceful, determined energy, very honest and insightful, possibly having the information needed to see this possible, to see this through. Having your doubts, right? Seeing things for what they are, seeing what could possibly be the flaw in this idea, but actually being very determined to see this come to fruition. And so whatever this is, it could be around love. It could definitely be around love. It could be around some type of partnership or connection. that's calling you to be bold and courageous and to really, allow yourself to stand out and defend whatever this is, your right to pursue this. And stand up for that, whatever that is. Stand up for your beliefs. I feel like there's a level of overwhelm that you could feel with this, and fear and caution that you feel around this. The Seven of Wands is coming in as a challenge. So you're having some challenges around like standing in that energy of confidence with this. There's the energy of being determined, but then there's also different little things that challenge this new direction. But I see the sun in the outcome, which says that you will be successful. Whatever those oppositions coming against you or challenges, you will have this. Now, it doesn't say exactly how this will come in. Part of that is allowing yourself to dance, and to allow yourself to entertain, the possibilities. I feel like being open is the part that Spirit is asking you to hold up on your end, and then Spirit is going to do the rest. There's that dance that you're asking, that you're being asked to do, with your abilities. And then when you meet your limit, turning the rest over to Spirit. There's like this dance with what's possible and what's not possible, with the reality versus the dream, right? There's this dance, right, that you're being asked to be open to when it comes to your desires, and this open willingness that you're being asked to position yourself in. For somebody, this is love. It's around companionship, and you actually ending up in a space that possibly hasn't been the reality up until now. So this is something about legacy, leaving your mark in some type of way, wanting to be written in history as doing something good, and it says you'll be successful and it'll be fulfilling. You'll be successful with this. But do you believe it, right? Are you willing to be, and to go through the challenges that will be present in this process? And there will be challenges with resistance here. There's a strong wind that comes against this idea, but it doesn't mean that it's not doable. It just means that it's going to be hard work, right? It's almost like running uphill or climbing. Up the mountain. Coming down is real easy, but that way up is difficult. Resistance training is what I'm hearing. And so overall, I see the sun says that you're going to be successful, Pisces, in your endeavor. The overall energy is family fulfillment. I'm surprised that the Ten of Pentacles didn't come out, because we're talking about legacy for you. You're wanting to leave some type of legacy. It's almost like you want to be written in history for doing something good. All right, but that's what I'm seeing, that if you're up for the battle, hey, where there is a will, there is a way, is what Spirit is saying. There's going to be challenges, but it's doable, okay? That's what this new moon is bringing in, this energy of opening up to being willing to dance with the idea versus the reality, right? All right. Thank you so much, Pisces, for stopping by. It has been a pleasure. Over the next, I would say 6 months or so, these ideas will be coming in and, dancing with you. You'll be really dealing with the energy around whatever this is that you are wanting to leave your mark in the world about. And depending on your ability to be open to the idea of it and to work through anything that could be causing a resistance or obstacles, right? Spirit is saying it's definitely doable. You are guaranteed success in this if that's what you want. The energy coming in for this new moon sets you up to accomplish this massive goal. It's doable, regardless of what you do, right? It's just believing that undoubtedly you'll be triumphant. And that's where the challenge came in for you. It was the Seven of Wands, which talks about you standing in your truth and your power. What do you believe? And are you willing to stand on it? That's the question. And are you willing to risk it? Okay. Thank you so much, Pisces, for stopping by. This has been Blood Moon Oracle, bringing in the energies coming in for this new moon in Sagittarius for you. You are my last reading. And with this, I conclude. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I went all the way from Aries all the way to Pisces. 4 hours. I think this is the longest I've been on. And so thank you guys for stopping by. I'm going to put the timestamps below so that we can jump straight to the sign. Okay. Like, share, comment. Let me know how it resonates. If it does, if you have any comments or questions, you can email me. It'll be down in the description. You can also schedule a personal reading. As you know, these are all general readings, and so they may resonate perfectly. They may resonate just a little bit, right? But it's for everybody. If you want a personal reading, hit me up in my email. Send me an email, or you can also just schedule. Just go straight to my calendar and schedule. Either way, you can contact me, okay? And I will answer. I appreciate you all coming and sharing your energy for your sign. And I look forward to reading for you again next time, okay? Blood Moon Oracle signing out. Thank you for stopping in. Bye.